So I'm just going to watch sunset and have some coffee and some donuts. So yeah, so we finally made it to a sunrise. Oh, well, I've made it to a few sunrises, but they didn't eventuate. But we accomplished the mountain. It's really, really nice. Like, I walked up the mountain and it was certainly worth the just under 5K walk this morning. Roughly just over an hour. But thank you for the light. Yeah, I didn't manage to get back to sleep after I finished my live stream. I went back and I had a coffee and um, yeah, I just couldn't get back to sleep. So I just like chilled downstairs and just pretty much like relaxed. I just switched off and I thought, oh, I'll just have another coffee, and if I'm not tired, I reckon I'll go for a walk at 4 a.m. And I looked at the weather and thought, yep, this could be the day I go and get a good sunrise. And this looks like we've been blessed, guys. And I've got my donuts from last night, guys. I've got my donuts and I've got a coffee as well, guys. So having coffee and donuts and a sunrise, and hopefully some lovely people in the chat. I might just give the lens a clean, just in case, guys. So just bear with us a few moments. Don't know if that's going to be any. Oh, actually, I'll give that another wipe. I probably should have left it as it is, but actually, I reckon I'll do that again. I've got some tissue. I'll grab that with. Actually, I've got a face mask. I'll use. G'day, Spoon. I'll just try and clean this lens. We did lose one person with my shocking attempt, and we lose 3 people. Hang on, we'll try and get this a bit better. It was perfect before. I think that's probably it now. But yeah, very, very beautiful sunrise. I've been trying to catch a nice sunrise for some time. But I hope you are well, Mr. Spoons. Is Mrs. Fork okay? And soup spoons and teaspoons. Yeah, I'm just enjoying a couple of donuts and some coffee there. So, g'day, KC. How are you, mate? Yeah, we've finally made a good sunrise. I've been talking it up. Yeah. Yeah, she's starting to rise. Like, I'm just in the lower level of the temple. Like, I was trying to find a spot where I could rest the camera. Like, the place I'm staying, I was going to borrow their tripod. Like, they've got a really big tripod and no one uses it. And I was going to borrow it, but it's a little bit heavy. And I've already had to carry, like, my coffee and my donuts and my gimbal and everything. So I thought, oh, yeah, we'll just leave it the way it is. But it is good to finally catch one of these. I tried to get one the other day near the river, and sadly, with the rain that come in, like it did rain last night, and you can. I'll zoom in a little and more, and you'll see the mist just where the mountain top is. You got like just above you got the sun and the cloud, but just below that mountain you can see a whole line of mist, and that's going all the way around. Now, I will just go for a little wander in a few moments and just show you a little bit more, but we'll just leave it here for a few moments. Yeah, yeah. I thought, like, I did look around and I was upstairs, but I couldn't get a good spot without a long tripod. So I have come down to this spot a couple of times in the past and got a couple of good afternoon spots. And this is the temple where I smashed my phone not once but twice. Yeah. So hopefully Buddha will bless us with a good stream today, I hope. But you never know. Yeah, I probably should just stay in this spot and not move around. Like, it is a really good spot here. But after we've got the sunrise, I'll just go for a little walk around this beautiful, beautiful temple here. I have come out to here 3, 4 times. And this was one of the temples I actually considered coming to stay at for a bit of enlightenment. But yeah, I did do a sunset stream here, and yeah, I ended up walking back downtown quite dark, but it is only an hour and a bit's walk. So it's just roughly about 5K. But when you get here, it's like a 2 to 3K walk up this windy mountain that, for those that do watch my streams, have seen me go down it. And I think, no, I think I did walk up it once, and I was puffing away and panting. But I think I missed a comment there. I'll just grab that. Spark. Yeah, I'd love to. I did all that before I come up, just to be a bit respectful. Um, yeah, like, I'm trying to work out a couple of the other time zones. Like, I like the morning time slot, and I like the 5 o'clock time slot, Thai times. And um, Steve was saying to try and look at doing a couple of evening ones, and I have played around with them. So we'll, yeah, but I do like that 5 o'clock Thai time. Around about that time, it's like you got a good vision as well of the streets, and also you get a, like, the Aussies as well. I just had their tea, and you do get the English that have just popped in, I guess, and the Americans. But yeah, I do have to learn a bit more of the time zones. Like, I know all the Asian time zones are pretty much the same. But when I walked up, I thought, oh wow, this is going to be good. And then I looked, oh no, look where the sun is, and it's not where I thought I was going to sit in the gazebo. Because on sunset, I actually sat in the gazebo um, where, like, the monks smoke. Like, it actually says no smoking in there, but the monks go and smoke there, and I think, oh, okay, that's a bit strange. Um, but, like, the monks are sort of a law amongst themselves, somewhat. Yeah, it's a very different view to what I'm seeing on the camera, but then again, I've got the phone dimmed down a bit, so you never know. But it does look quite nice with that mist. But on the camera, it's coming up a little reddish, which looks really, really nice. I'll just zoom out a fraction, and not that you'll see much, but just down there you've got the city, downtown down there, and some mountains. A lot of mountains, because pretty much surrounded by mountains like Payao is. But we'll try and zoom back in again. And there she is, just hiding behind those clouds. And everyone's going to go to sleep with the gentle sounds of Jeremiah. Now, what were these comments I've missed? Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, it's strange how the Americans have all different time zones. Like, I know in Australia, like we have like a couple of hours. I think the most is like 3 hours with Perth, and Brisbane is like 2.5. But most states are like half hour behind, or an hour thereabouts. But like with the Americans, I know it's like 4 or 5 hours on some of the coast. Now, is it possible to meet the prime time for all? You'd have to do a morning time. Yeah, yeah. See, like a couple of fellas have said, try and do some morning streams and some afternoons and evenings. So like you get a variety of audience. So I'll try and do all that. It's just sometimes I pop on to go live, and then I see like there's like 3 or 4 others who are already streaming, and I think, very peaceful up here. Like I walked up here, and like there were monks like sweeping away, and on the walk here actually today, yeah, like it's good to see the streets really quiet, and then you see ma and pa shops just starting to open up. So I popped into a few and said g'day. And I walked past the massage shops, and I go, you girls are still going. And they said, where are you going? I said, I'm off to pardon me, off to the temple. I said, do you want to come? And they said no. But but yeah, went for a walk early this morning, and it was very, very quiet around. We spent a bit of time in that market and saw some wonderful cooking where I do have these donuts still. I think I got too many. I didn't realise I was going to get a big bag like that, but I will certainly munch on these during the day, and I won't put them in the fridge. But this panna custard, the green custard, was absolutely on point. I think I must have got a dodgy batch once before, but that, like the nice flavour on it, very, very good. I, I think if I eat these regularly, I'll be putting on the weight again, which, mm. Yeah, I'll pick the camera up in a second. I'll just go for a little stroll around, but we will try to get back to this position because this is pretty good, I think, here. Probably not going to get much better, actually. Yeah, I've got a couple of ideas what I want to do. Like I want to do some regular fishing, and stuff like this. Like I have been talking up doing sunrises for quite some time, but just the forces of nature and just crap that happens. Like many times I've set off to come up here, and just the forces of nature have kept me away. So um, I certainly will be doing regular ones. Like I like doing those market ones. Like I've gone to that same market 3 times now on a Saturday, and just tried to mix it up by going off and showing some like rooftop bars and stuff afterwards. And it seems to have worked. Like the last couple of times, like this Saturday was very successful. I thought had some good numbers in there, and a lot of lurkers as well, of course. But like there is some good sites at those markets as well, and yeah, I know a couple of people said, oh, there's some nice sorts there. But really beautiful view today. Yeah, I didn't look to see who else was streaming. Like I assumed like Barry would probably still be streaming, and I did notice Steph was going live too, so he'll probably have a few in there, and probably muck in there like frustrating Steph. And Steph will be going, can you please be quiet, Muck? I'm trying to talk. But actually, I might just unplug the battery and just have a little bit of a wander around. Just unplug that. Okay. So I'll just zoom out again. So I'll just have a little wander, but we'll come back to this spot. Yeah, I know. Like Steph does get a bit aggravated with Muck at times, and it just happens to be the times I've just logged in for a quick lurk, and he's actually saying, Muck, I'm trying to speak. Just be quiet for just a few moments, please. Actually, I'll get some vision of this beauty that's just coming over now. I know when I was up in Poochie Far and Poochie Mountains, actually did some 4K stuff and some 4K rants. But that lake down there where I want to fish, and that's only 80 baht in there. They haven't responded to me yet. So I don't know if they're open for business or they just can't read English. But just zoom in a little there. But that white thing there, that's all mist, guys, just under the top of that mountains there. So yeah, I don't know if there's any gorillas in that mist, but so that lake down there is the one where I just said the 80 baht fishing apparently. So we'll get back to this sunrise because we've just had a couple of new viewers that have popped in. So we'll get back to this beautiful view over there. So just bear with me a few moments. I'm just down at that beautiful temple where the phone did break, not once but twice. But I have been back here a couple of times since. So there's a really good sunrise there. And I was just showing the chaps the other side there. And once we've done with this view, we'll certainly go around and show this beautiful place. Now I'll just chuck the charger back in. Okay, so it's only 6:09 at the moment. I'll just zoom in a little bit more. Okay, hopefully that's okay. Bit of Rio Bar there. Well, yeah, it's very nice on that other side. That's why I wanted to quickly just show that, just in case if that mist did eventually go. But I was loosely saying there is this really nice spot called Poochie Far, and there's a waterfall near there called Poochie. Oh, I don't know, but up into the mountains between Palau and Laos border, there's like the mountains. It's like the Golden Triangle country, and very, very beautiful views up there with the poppy fields and just the mountain views. Absolutely fantastic views up there, and yeah, I did do some 4K stuff there, but not many views on that, I don't think. That was over a year ago. I think about a year ago now, or close to it. But we'll probably be up here for like an hour and a half, possibly could even be more. But we'll see how we go with the battery, and if it's still up, because we've got about four hours all up on this gizmo. But we might be able to get a bit of look down the mountain because there were some really nice resorts and bed and breakfasts down there I wanted to show, but it was too dark last time. Yeah, you can get some really good sunrises in pretty much every spot of the world. I know in Australia I used to enjoy going down to the beach. But yeah, sunrises are always very different. Yeah, I'm kicking myself I didn't bring my other camera with me. I realised that as soon as I got up to the mountain, I go, oh, I could have just sat this stream down and just walked off and done a couple of vlogs. I thought about that once I got here and I thought, oh, shot myself in the foot yet again. But I did manage to do a couple of quick shorts. I think one, possibly two, that I'll probably just put some music to. Yeah, for sure. Like, Canada has some. You guys have that Northern Lights that everyone goes on about, and I'm not talking about the smoke either. I'm talking about the Northern Lights. I think somewhere in Europe has it as well. I think not the Netherlands, but somewhere up that area. But um, pretty sure Canada has some type of view that everyone raves on about. But Canada does have some really nice spots, which have been luckily on a lot of television shows. A lot of production companies choose to go film in, I think Vancouver, I think it is. Or there is a couple of spots where a lot of well-known TV shows have been filmed out there. very quiet up here still. You know, I would have thought the monks would be doing chanting and doing what they do, but I think this is the first time I've actually been in a temple at this time of the day, because a lot of temples are closed, but this temple was open 24 hours, guys, 24 hours. Yeah, Vancouver, yeah. I thought it was um, somewhere around that neck of the woods. Like I've seen some spectacular stuff on YouTube and on, I think, Discovery on the 4K channel, because I had this massive 65 Ultra um, HD crystal clear TV, which was absolutely fantastic. Um as long as the internet was holding up. Yeah, that sun's that's got some kick in it now. That's really, really bright. I don't know if it's bad on the lens. I'll just zoom out a bit. There we go. I'll zoom right in and I'll zoom back out. But we'll go and have a look at a few other locations in a few moments because that sun really is biting on me. I didn't bring my baseball cap today. And I haven't bought any replacement sunglasses, and that's very rare for me not to have sunglasses. But with the hat, I seem to be okay. Yeah, I would like to come back to this temple and see what they do here, because like the building something here. Um, I did read some reviews on Google about 4 or 5 months ago, and they were like, a few people were complaining about like rubbish around, but like they are doing repairs, and I think people need to take that into consideration. Like temples are very beautiful and sacred, and they do a lot of work, but I don't think the people understood um, that temples are pretty much a work in progress. I think they just see these images on YouTube or TV, and a lot of it is edited. But what I show is like the real Thailand, where stuff is getting repaired and the beauty of it. Like I've talked about that temple in Palau, that it looks like nothing has been done in the 11, 12 months of going there, but a lot of work has been done, and it is a very slow process. But it is really beautiful with that mist going around the edge. I reckon the vision I got at Poochie Far on the 4K was spectacular, and I think a stream up there would be good. Um, I have looked at going up to Poochie Far, but I would either have to go up early in the morning because it's like a 3 hour trek. It'd be better to go from Payow, I guess. Uh, but it is spectacular, and that would be a good morning stream to do, and even a nighttime stream because there's a couple of resorts there, but they are a bit pricey. That's the thing. I'll probably have to do that after the budget trip. But they do have these dome tents that, believe it or not, they charge them HISO prices like two and a half thousand baht just for these dome tents. But they are a boutique one. But you can get a two-bed room up there for about 1,000 baht a night. I will look to see if they've got any other ones, but the place we stayed at had a spectacular view where I had a coffee, and it was just really, really beautiful out there. So it'd probably be one of those trips to, because we went out there for a day trip, and there was like some issue with the radiator, like the radiator hose had come off and it overheated the engine. And we'd been driving up all through the mountains, so I don't know how long it had been off, but yeah, we ended up staying up there. It was like a good decision, I thought, because I did manage to get some good vision. I think I've got a bit of that stuff I could put some music to, I think. Yeah, I've got like my donuts there, guys, and still got a bit of coffee. So you're having a coffee and donut with Jeremiah. I meant to put that into the title, but I forgot. I thought about that as I walked up the mountain. I go, I have to have a catchy title, but then I forgot about it. Like Ben, he plays around with his titles, and man, like I laugh at half of the titles he writes. You know, like he puts in like potato or something, or some strange thing. Yeah. Hopefully, I'll catch up with Ben again soon. Like, he's a typical Australian lad. Yeah, I've been getting these like little bites, like from these like wasp type things, and they're very annoying because like they leave a little, um, not sort of like a whelp, but a little a bubble on you, and it's there for like a week. But yeah, we'll go for a wander in a moment. I'm just enjoying a couple of donuts. Mm. I think I got a few too many donuts, but they're only like 2 baht, and like I handed her like 40 baht. Actually, I think I handed her 60 and she gave me change, but I think I was paying a bit extra for this one, I think. But I did film them for like, I don't know, like half an hour at least, so I think, well, I did owe them that. But I will put these donuts back in my bag, and hopefully I'll munch on these later today, because I dare say after I'm finished the stream and when I get back to the loom, I'll probably have a bit of a kip, because I didn't have one last night. But I have been having like 3 hours like sleep in the afternoon. Um, so I think I've ruined my sleeping patterns yet again. Um, but not that I've got to get up to do anything each day. Oh, okay. I was told Aussies don't come to Montreal often. Um, Actually, Aussies do go to that Montreal Fair, and I think that's what the joke is that you're saying. Like there's that Montreal comedy thing, and I know the Australians go there a lot because I used to watch a lot of that comedy stuff. I'm trying to think what it was. Montreal something. I wonder if that's a blue dot on the screen. But yeah, we'll go for a wander, as I said. I'll just get my bag ready. Oh, oh, I think that was an elephant. Pardon me. An elephant walked past. Where's the one that's made from wood? Oh, are you talking about like the Buddha? There is a wooden Buddha in Koh Lan. That's the only wooden Buddha I can think of. There probably are other wooden Buddhas around. I dare say there'd probably be some inside temples. But unless I misunderstood that comment. But yeah, I'll get up now actually because I didn't do it last time. Alright, get all this sipped up. Have a sip of the old coffee. Yeah, that's it. Just for laughs. Like there's a couple of Kiwis and heaps of Aussies which actually do it, and they normally have it on a Channel 10, I think it is, in Australia. But yeah, Australians love their comedy, and it's a very popular show. But okay, I'll just put my battery pack on, and I think the ants are coming because they can smell my donuts. All right, I'll give that lens a clean in a minute. Oh, so I'll just give it a clean now. Hopefully it doesn't do a mischief again. Actually, I'll use my finger, I think. Actually, no, that's water. Face mask, actually. I think because my shirt's so sweaty. Um, all right, there we go. Oh, she's a bright one there. I think while I was cleaning the lens, the camera, and I'll try and adjust it over here. But we'll go upstairs in a moment. But that lake looks so good down there, and I could perhaps walk down there today. It'll probably be a bit of a hike back for me, but I'll check the battery and I might be able to go down there and just ask the questions about fishing. Because I'm pretty certain this is the lake that I did look up. But really good. I'll just zoom out. I mean, zoom in a bit. And all that's just mist, guys. And actually, there's that white one I went to. Remember I went up there and I had to pay 50 baht? I walked over there, guys. And that was, I think, the one I did that 7 hour or close to 8 hour stream. And I ended up with like 2% battery power. But I walked there. I've been there a couple of times. And when I did it in 4K, I had nothing but dramas. Like the batteries, like I kept putting the wrong battery in. Yeah, it seems like it's a long, long, long way away. But I'm pretty confident they are the mountains that I walked to that time. And I was going to go to that water slide cafe this morning, or I was going to walk to the opposite side of the river, but I looked at the timing of it and it was like an hour and a half compared to an hour and 7 minutes to here, and I thought, oh, I'm going to be pushing it if I go there, and I'm not really familiar with that route, but I'm familiar with this route out here. But really spectacular views. And sadly, we've only got a couple of people in the chat for this amazing view. But that's their loss. But I'm pretty confident that is the lake we will be fishing in. Because like for 80 baht and you only pay to take the fish, that's a good deal. But I did email them, I reckon 2 weeks ago now, so all right, we'll go for a wander around the other side now. We'll go up here again. Actually, I might just go back over here for a second, take my shoes off because I've got pebbles in them again. Actually, I think that toilet is up here as well. I might investigate, see how it's working. But actually, I might just try and clean that lens again and then turn the camera around. Where was that face mask? Here it is. All right, Jezza. 1, 2, 3. I don't know. I might just leave this here for a few moments and go and visit the man's room. So don't go anywhere. No, I think a few people are popping in and out. I think Steph or somebody's still live. But I shall return. Hopefully the phone is still here and not down the ravine. I'll just position it. And hopefully a bird don't come and knock it off its perch. But yeah, we'll go for a wander in a moment. Any more viewers since I come back? Yeah, I just went to go visit the facilities. Um, yeah, we'll go for a wander in a moment. I'm just going to take the pebbles out of my shoes. That bird, it's whistling at me. It's saying woo woo woo. Sorry, I'm not your type. All right, I'll put the sling back on and yeah, I have to get myself some new earphones. Luckily, these are still just going. Like they're pretty chewed up. I'm Well, they work okay on here, but they don't work okay on Streamlabs apparently. Like a couple of people said, "Oh, that sounds shocking." Like I think a lot of people have problems with microphones. I know I did have a really cheap pair, and they were fine. Like you either got to have an expensive pair or a cheap pair. Um, all right, we'll go upstairs in a moment. And then we'll just have a wander around, and I'll try and work out if I'll go and look at that river, like that lake down there, because I'll see how long I've been going, because I reckon I'll probably be able to just walk down there, and that might be a good stream instead of walking back, showing those bed and breakfasts, but there could be the chance I get lost, so that would be good content. Yeah. Actually, I had an interesting encounter last night. These two chaps were chatting to me in the market, and they were pretty pissed. And like, they come and took me for a ride, and I didn't think too much of it. I sort of did, but I did get a bit of a funny vibe. So I said, "Oh, look, I have to go and have a smoke," and I just went over and I snuck off, and then luckily I ducked into this place to have a rest, and like they actually had just come around the corner again, and I think they were harmless, but I just had the vibe, and when you do have that vibe, it's best to get out of there. Like he did invite me to a noodle place, and I, I thought, what noodle place is open at this time of the hour? But but it was all on camera anyway, and yeah, sure it supplied some laughter. I didn't really see too many comments of stirring me up, but Ben was in there, and I think DWP and all that. So more than likely, it'll probably get clipped. It'd probably be a good clip, actually. Jeremiah, he thinks nothing of it, but these two blokes try to pick him up or something, and then he realises, and then he escapes or something. But I don't know. Yeah, I do have some interesting encounters. I think I've mentioned a couple of times. Like my old boss, he had a crack at me once, but that was pretty funny. But yeah, But see, because the people in Chiang Rai are just naturally friendly, and that's why I didn't really think much of it. But then when I got on the bike, I did start to think. I go, oh, this really isn't a good idea, Jeremy. You know, like they've been drinking, and it's sort of like I wanted to say no, but I was streaming, and I thought this could be good content. Like a couple of Thai blokes just say, "Hey, come have some like noodle. You know, we'll take care of you." And I thought, "Oh yeah," but yeah, I thought, "Oh." See, I really think it was just harmless, and I just not overreacted. I was just a bit overcautious, and I think I probably did the right thing. But these things do happen. Actually, I do want to watch that vision back and see if it is funny and see how I get out of it. Because like I was just saying, oh, I'll just go over here and have a smoke, guys. Like, but yeah, I just got that vibe that yeah, it's all about the vibe, guys. So it'd be very interesting when this spot is finally finished off. See, that tree is a bit in the way as it was when it was coming up this morning. But we'll go up here and I'll show you the top part. But this is very, very nice what they're doing here. Like, I'd love to come and help at a temple like this. I, I think it'd be quite rewarding, you know, to like come and do something. Like I can't really do like heavy work, but you know, I could observe and put my 2 cents in, I guess. I could be a good supervisor, I guess. I did actually supervise work for the dole in Australia. Like there's a scheme called work for the dole, and yeah, like if you are receiving a payment, you have to go and do some type of work, and yeah, and it was the most hardest and non-rewarding. It was rewarding if you had somebody that wanted to learn, but most of these people did not want to be there, and I don't blame them. Um, but yeah, yeah, I did have a few threats too, actually, but I usually laughed them off. Yeah, I was only a young chap, but yeah, you got these like 40-year-old blokes, and you're like telling them, well, you know, you need to be here at this time, or we're going to have to report you. But that had come from the boss. He said to me, Jeremy, he goes, if they're not in the gate no more than 5 minutes after 9, send them home. And I said, he's sure? And he goes, oh, you know, like once or twice, you know, okay. But if they're going to do it repeatedly, you have to nip it in the butt. So when the big boss was having his heart um, operation, I had to step in and be the supervisor, and I was absolutely terrified of it. But most of them actually listened to me. There was only a couple that took the piss, but they were quite young. And they knew I was just like trying to do the right thing. But luckily that was only short lived. But I know a couple of the blokes who did do that job long term, like they did that for like 10, 12 years. And one of them said to me, he goes, oh, I just turn a blind eye to everything. I know what they're doing. And if you sort of like be too hard on them, like they'll just rebels. So like, and I said, oh, you know, you can't let them do this and that. You know, you like. He goes, oh, you know, you just got to just let things go on those things sometimes. I thought, oh, okay. So that was some good advice. But that's really nice views there. Now we will go upstairs, as I have said, and get a bit more of the sunrise. But we will show a bit of the accommodation. So this is where people live as well. But they do have some huts out the back as well. So, and I think I've got a rock or something sharp in my toe. So actually, that's not a good idea because it is raining there. Not raining, but water there. Um, yeah, I reckon I've something's jabbed into my toe, like a little sharp rock. Yeah. Big Gornu rock. All right, I'll go upstairs now before I drop the camera, and then we're completely out of business. All right, so we'll go back upstairs, and we'll enjoy this rest of this view. But totally beautiful, guys. Like, we'll go upstairs and see how that. Um, Yeah, I'm trying to see what work has been done since last time I was here, but I don't think they've got a very big work crew here, to be honest. I know a couple of times I've come here, the monks were trying to chat to me, um, but I think that day I had my phone broken, like they wanted to chat to me, but I was not in the right headspace to be talking to monks. However, it probably would have been a better thing to do, but I just went and uh, that was that. And there's some cement. Yeah, if these trees were there, that'd be a good view, but you can't disturb Mother Nature, sadly, in these places. Like, I know that abandoned temple I went out to in Palau, there was just so much overgrowth everywhere. And that's what I want to see in that abandoned temple that's here, where that fake monk is. Like, I do want to get a bike and just go out there repeatedly and see if I can get in there. But, okay. So, I did want to start the stream up here, but I couldn't really find a good spot to put the camera where it wouldn't fall over. And it really is beautiful up here, guys. And here's some lotus. Um, and I am kicking myself I didn't bring my other camera. Yeah. So much weight in my bag, and I'm already suffering as it is with all my ailments. I think like a little sling backpack, I think, might be the go. I know Ben had this really light backpack he used, and I think that's something I might investigate or invest in, I think. Oh, those wasps again. It's these tiny little wasps, and you don't hear them or see them, and they just attack you. I think at the moment, like, we got the good sunrise, so we've got this nice mist that's actually coming over now, so it's really moving over the mountains. I did enjoy seeing this in Palau, like, pretty certain I got this in 4K one morning. Oh, I did investigate a bit more on Facebook on the marketplace with prices of houses and rentals and buying them, and There's some really good bargains out here, and there's another suburb that's just a bit out of Chiang Rai that I do want to have a look at. I don't know how to pronounce it. I think it's Boo Ban or Dan Boo or something. I don't know. But there was a place there that had a lot of places for sale and rental, but I don't know much about it. But there was a lot in Chiang Rai, and Chiang Rai is very, very cheap. Like the same amount I was paying in Pattaya, I basically get a 3-bedroom house that's very nicely furnished. And if I was going to stay where I was and pay the ninth they wanted, I would have this stunning, stunning 3-bedroom house with a man cave out the back upstairs. And I've got my eye on that, and it's absolutely fantastic, under 10K. And it is just a house. There is no business attached to it, but that quality of house and the furniture in it, like it, probably the furniture has come from that Winner store, but it absolutely looked nice in the photos. And I even looked at the images to look at the street, and it's in a good location, but who knows? Who knows what the future holds? But really beautiful house. That yeah. But I did look at some apartments as well for the stream, because I know a couple of people have been asking prices on buying them, and like I did say, you can just buy a new modern house for 2 million baht, but that's gonna not have much land. But that's pretty much in downtown, even in Pattaya and Chiang Rai. I'm not too certain about Chiang Mai prices as yet, but we will investigate that. But you can find short-term rentals as well as the long-term. Um, you know, like majority of them want you to have a 1-year lease, but you can get those places where you can get a monthly lease or 3 months. Like you will pay a bit of a premium on that. And then you do have the option of Airbnb and all the other mobs as well. But I reckon we might try and make it down to that lake. Now, once I get down the hill, I reckon if I continue one of those paths, I might get lucky. And if not, well, no harm foul, I guess. But we will just continue this beautiful walk around here, and hopefully the internet doesn't cut out like it did a couple of the times last time. But we will try and stay out of those areas. But the sun is absolutely coming through. And I've definitely got something in that shoe again. Yeah, it's winding me up now. Actually, I'm enjoying this view a bit better than that one there, because it's really bright now, but that's just spectacular. You know, I was saying before it, when I was up here for sunset, like it'd be really nice to have like a nice drink there. It doesn't have to be alcoholic, guys, but you know, you could just have a nice drink there, or even down there where I was, because I was just down there. I'll just be careful, but down there, that's where I was, and I was under this spot um, here where you can see all that Rio bar and whatnot. But I'll just show over here. Now, this has been. See, apparently, this isn't a well publicised temple, but from what I think it is. Like, I've seen this image so many times, I've seen stuff like this so many times, and so many nice shots of like this beautiful temple. But the reviews, they say it's the famous Blue Temple. So I suppose some of these temples do get overlooked, but I don't know how it could possibly get overlooked with views like this. And I've come here, whoa, I think this is the 4th time I've come here now, guys. I know I've repeated a lot of stuff, but this is fantastic. And I haven't done a morning stream here, so I do like to try and do mornings and afternoons and nights in the same location just to show a different vibe, because I've repeatedly said, like, I've gone past a business and I didn't know it was there, and then I've walked back down there trying to find this business and I can't find it. And I'm going, no, it was there, wasn't it? And then I go, no. And then I walk back a couple of days later and I go, roller door again. Because a lot of these places don't have their advertising down. So that could probably be a good business model for somebody, perhaps, who knew about advertising, perhaps. But I have noticed with a lot of these tour operators, and a couple of, in particular, that they have all their signage over a lot of the shops. And I was speaking to a couple of them, and I actually said, that's a very smart idea, putting your thing there, because I just went in there to ask prices, and they said, oh, we've actually got like a visa office as well, and we've got this slow boat. And I thought, oh, okay, so like there's a couple of big players in town, but there's a couple of other operators as well. But it was just strange how I saw the same phone number popping up at all these shops, and I thought, hang on, that's the same phone number and that's the same phone number, like, what's going on here? So I tracked down the place and I was asking them, and I said, that is a very good idea. G'day, Full Circle. I didn't check the messages for a while. I was just enjoying the view. I think KC was the last one. Yes, thank you. Yeah, I just thought I'd do a nice stream. You know, like there are a few other people, but thank you for coming in, and hopefully you hit the likes and you enjoy this beautiful view. But we will go down and have a look at this lake because I haven't received an email response yet. So I shall walk down there hopefully, and hopefully I'm allowed entry. But we won't do no fishing today though, because I need at least 4 hours of battery power. So I've already gone into like 69 minutes of it now. So all right, we'll go for a wander, and I hope you enjoy your nap, DW, and hope it's an enjoyable sleep. But this is the location where the phone died. So yeah, we'll go back over here. I was just showing this view again for DW there, but I'll try and get down there. Like, I was hopefully wanting to show those bed and breakfasts and those nicer ones during the day, because last time it was just so dark. But that's a really nice wooden door. We did go in this temple the last couple of times I have streamed up here, so we won't worry about that. And we won't worry about walking up here. Hang on, I'll just grab that comment there. Yes, like, I'm kicking myself I didn't bring my other camera, but I was already overweight. Like, I put in my coffee, I had my gimbal, I had my donuts, and I probably should have ate more of the donut. Have a good video and put that to music. Now, I do have some good 4K I will put to music. But I know if I upload it, I knew the connection would drop out there, and I did check. Hopefully we haven't lost too many people. But yeah, I did mess about with a time lapse mistakenly on the GoPro because like I really didn't mess around with it too much. I just stuck it in 4K and everything else. I did mess about with a couple of the 1080 and the 2K, and they did have a bit because I had the GoPro 11, no 10, I think it was, and that had the 5.8. Yeah, I think last time I was here, the monk. Yeah, I think last time I was here, the monk who spoke English, I did want to have a chat to him because I do want to come to this temple and see if I could like help. If like when I do come back here in like a month or two, that I can come and help, like observe like what they're building because last few times I was here, like, they wanted to chat, but I've probably come at the wrong time. But hello, my doggy friend. How are you? How are you? Oh, look at your eyes. Oh, you having a good sniff? Oh, all right. I won't show that on camera, in case if you want to do something else. But I'll just grab that comment because I think you're going to probably go to bed. What are you after, my friend? Yeah, see, I I did put the camera down and went for a slash beforehand, and I think it would be a good location to do the time lapse at certain times. Now, one of my mates could possibly explain the time lapsing to me, but he speaks Thai, and that probably wouldn't really work out. But I could have a play around with it and see how we go. But it might drop out again here in a sec, but we'll get some more vision of that cloud, and then I'll make my descent down to that river and see if we can get to the bottom of this fishing place, because I honestly think 80 baht for the day's fishing is very cheap. So you know, because that's the same price I can just go buy some twine and hooks, but I think I'd rather, oh wow, yeah, if this temple wasn't there, but you do need it there. Actually, we'll go and look down at that other one as well. No, I can't go down there, but really, really nice. I think there's a bit of a drop connection in this area here, but we'll go down there and I'll just show this view before we shoot off. But really, really good view and really peaceful. Yeah, I don't know about leaving a GoPro camera lying around. Actually, Teacher Thomas, when I was in Banchan, I actually met him just by fluke. He'd come into my mate's tattoo shop, and my mate was saying, "Oh, he's a YouTuber too," and we just started chatting. And he had his daughter over from America, and she was getting a tattoo. I never released this footage I've got. Actually, I've got a lot of footage from Banchan. I haven't even touched yet. Like, I did release a couple of shorts, but I've got so much footage from Banchan tattooing over that month and a half that I just don't know where to start with it. And that's the issue. I've got so much. And more than likely, I'm going to have to do voiceovers over pretty much everything, because when my mate was doing tattoos, he either had music on, because that's the way a lot of tattoo artists work, with cranker music. Like, especially the bloke who did like my left side of me, he loved his music, and he didn't really speak much English. so I usually just left him alone. But yeah, we'll just do a quick little pan around here. But yeah, we'll come back and do some 4K or definitely 1080, but I think 4K would probably be the bee's knees. Alright, so we'll try and get some nice candy shots. But we will come back here again. But I was really happy with this, but sadly we didn't get the numbers in today. Actually, we've got a few more lurkers. I might just go back over here and show some nice shots before we walk down the mountain and head over to this lake. But more than likely they're probably just lurkers. Yeah, they are the lurkers. There's three of them that keep coming back in. So it must be like the English lurkers, I guess. Yeah. All right, we'll go. Yeah, so we'll go down there anyway, because I do want to find out if that place is open. Like, I really should have just rang, but as I said, on this phone I haven't installed the True app, because within the True mobile, like, you get all these extras and stuff, and you get this special because I've got a data plan. See, originally it did come with phone calls, but then it changed, and this thing here is still locked, but I think you can go down there. I don't know. Try and go down there, because that lady went down there. Last time I did go down here, I possibly should go back, show you down there, I guess, but I think that's the sun that's all blocking it anyway. So we'll go down here. We can do, and walking down these steps like this is very, very hard on the calves, and luckily I don't have cankles. Now I will turn around in a moment, and I've wanted to get a shot of those two statue characters, but the tree is in the way, sadly. But that's what happens with Mother Nature. Yeah. She gives us some really good blessings, she does, and sadly the trees sometimes block the views, but what can you do? I feel like one of those prancing horses coming down here at the moment, because these steps are, they're in an odd shape, so you can't really goose step them down. It's a long way down, I think. See, I walked up the big windy path, and that takes it right out of you, but I think this would be the same. And this somewhat reminds me of the 1600 steps on Koh Lan. It's a Buddha's footprint. And I remember doing that twice and thinking I was rocky. But I did try to do it when I went over there last year, and I realised my arthritis is not going to allow me. Like, I'm okay walking flat surfaces, but I'm in a lot of pain. But going down this, guys, it's really aggravating me, and I will feel it later today. But actually, I didn't take that special medicine that Dr. Clark gave me, like this natural stuff. Like, I've been taking it every morning, but I forgot this morning because I set off. But I shall be back in a few hours, so yeah. I wonder if that lady's walking back up here. But wow. See, having a camera on sort of like a flying fox going up would be really good. Whew. So hopefully this hasn't, I'll laugh if I have to walk back up here. I'll laugh if I, actually I think this could lead to that other path that's blocked off, and I think there is another Buddha down there because it looks like there is some structure there, or I think that's just some cement with a tree hanging out of it more than likely. It's just me having wishful thoughts. But yeah, I think I'm right on the latter, yes. But this entrance staircase reminds me of one in Chun, but it wasn't steep like this. It was just like the same type of, I forget the name of this. I was told, and yeah. But like you do have these in pretty much every temple. Like even the one in Pattaya up there on the lookout has this one. So this would be a good workout for you. As you can see, this lady there's working out. And every other time I've come up here, there's been a couple of ladies that have been running furiously up that mountain. So they would be very fit girls. But yeah, whew. Yeah, she's smiling away and having deep breaths. Yeah, it's good when the locals like turn around and smile and like that. That's why I really like Chiang Rai. That's why I want to come back here to hang my hat. So, oh, we've got some more. Yeah, you've missed all the good views. Who's that, Karma? Was that just Karma or was that somebody else? Oh yeah, Karma. Yeah, you missed out on the beautiful views. DWP's gone to bed, but you missed out on all the beautiful views, sadly. Like, I did the sunrise, but the sunrise looked really, really good. And then it started to get a bit bright, so we went over and showed the mist on the mountains. But sadly, I may not be walking back up there if I can get out this way, but you never know. Quite possibly I may not be able to get out there, and you may not have to rewind to look at the spectacular view, but I would recommend it. Just like even skimming through it and putting some music over it, I think would be good actually. Actually, we will watch that landmine. Yeah, quite sad. I've just shown like a really good view, guys, and people are jumping in now. So yeah, it was a really good view, but I'm going to walk down to that fishing lake and try and see if they are open. But I won't be fishing today because we've already been going for what, 85 minutes, and we've got about 4.5 hours of power with this setup. But with the other phone, it's about 8 or 9. So a bit of a difference. I think I'll probably get another. This one that I obtained, this one seems to be really good. Because, like the one I had that died in Banchan was good, but this one is more superior than that other one. Like I did only pay like I think 200 or 300 baht for it at the Soy Bakao market, but I thought it was quite good until I used this and thought, wow, this is really good. But yeah, this is the first time I've actually come down these steps, so I dare say I will be able to join up with that path that they do have blocked. Rewind and just skim through some of those parts because it truly was beautiful. And as I said, just put some music on, stick me on mute, and just enjoy the view. Yeah, that lady walked down and then she walked back up. So yes, I can get through here. So that answers my question about that path that's blocked off. Well, it's not really blocked off. It's just got a little fence there. But as I was saying, we'll just head down and have a look at that lake. And I just want to find out if they're open or not because I am pretty much there. So yeah, you can see, I don't know if you can see with the camera, there's like the mist that's just coming through here and it's really refreshing on the body, feeling that mist on you. And it does feel like rain droplets are falling out of the sky, but they're just falling off the trees. And I noticed that this morning and it was really refreshing. So yeah, it's a shame you guys come in late because I think there was only like 3 or 5, like there was about 3 lurkers who kept popping in and then leaving. And I thought, oh, they after a rant or something. but, but no, really beautiful up here today. Like I did a stream last night and I went back and I couldn't sleep. So I had a coffee and I just chilled out and I didn't even look at the phone. I just sat down and chilled and I kept an eye on the time and I thought, oh, I'll look at the weather now. So I picked up the phone and looked at the weather to see if rain, and I thought, ooh, rain isn't coming to 2 p.m. It was 1 p.m, but now 2, so I think I'll just have another coffee. And then, so I checked out the map again and thought, okay, because I was planning to go to the opposite side of the water slide, and that was an hour and a half walk, but this one was an hour and 7 minutes. However, once you get here, it is about a 2 to 3k walk up this massive incline, which you can't really see. You do have to calculate that into it. So I did luckily get to sunrise, and it was spectacular, but sadly only a few people, but I'm sure with the modern technology people can rewatch. But we will come and do it again. And that's a spider web. But very peaceful up there. There was no one hardly up there because I went and sat down in that new area that they're building and no one come down there. And yeah, I just chilled there for probably like nearly an hour. And I had a coffee and I had some donuts and just chatted away, I think, to KC and I think Spoon. You know, were popping in and out wherever they were. Because I think Steph was streaming, and I think Barry, and I don't know who else was. I don't know if Ben was still going from last night, but more than likely he was. I didn't really look, but I just saw Steph was live, and I thought, oh, he'll probably get angry at me, but he's probably re-streaming me anyway, which I don't mind anyway. But he's probably re-streaming and talking over it and arguing with Muck Muck, saying, shut up, Muck Muck, I just want to talk for a moment, please. Cheers. So we're pretty much where that section, actually, I'm going to remember this for next time because this is a lot easier. However, going up those stairs, I think, may be an issue. So I dare say there'd be at least 1,000 to 1,600 steps like the one in Koh Lan or Kok Lan. All right, well, there we go. So those that watch have seen, I think I did do a stream walking up here one time and it absolutely nearly KO'd me. And I did want to show it coming down, but the phone broke that day. And I did come down at that night, I did the sunset stream and I left it pretty much on point with time. I think I should have left probably 5 minutes prior to I did that night, but I did make it down, and I did make it safely, obviously. But there is a couple of girls that do come and run here, and I think that's one of them now. That could be a bloke, but I've already seen one of them. Because as I did say, I have come up to this temple a number of times actually. But I certainly will come back and investigate and hopefully come and try and do something here, because I do like what they are doing down in that lower part. Like they do have a website, I did not notice, so I might have a look at that. Like I was chatting to a German guy a while ago, and he was saying like a lot of the temples are asking for like help and stuff, and I thought, what type of help? But yeah. Here we are, we're back again. Yeah, I'm surprised. Yeah, it cut out. Yeah, I thought I'd come back with no one on there, but yeah, you got a couple of girls here, and they're off on their mission of healthiness. Oh no, my battery is low. What's going on? Is this not plugged in? I must not plug that in properly. Oh no. What, what, what's going on here? Yeah, once I get down here, I'll just sort out. I just want to check because no charge was going into the phone. So I did have a full charge of this. I did charge this downstairs. Um, actually, I'll just pop this down here and I'll have a quick look at it now. I just want to check that, because if that is flat, I will head back. Oh no, I've still got 3 bars on that, so it must have just been the connection on it. That does happen because, yeah, we are with the, apparently the expensive phone here, apparently. What a bunch of idiots. Oh, you're still filming with a very expensive camera? What, back in 2009? Yeah, peanut. Bloody orchids, he comes up with some real bloody golden ones. Yeah, and his little puppet, little Davy, isn't much better. Constant lion that flaps out of his mouth. I don't know how people can listen to his rubbish. It's like, it didn't take me long to work out he's just full of it. And I honestly don't know how people can actually put up with his dribble, because I did contact him in the beginning and say, you know, you've got an opportunity to inspire and motivate, but you're just very, very toxic. But he didn't like that criticism, sadly. Um, but it is what it is. You know, I take criticism on board, and if you don't take criticism on board, well, then you can't grow and you can't prosper. But I'm just a bare bum in the shower. I'm no guy, but you do have to take everybody's criticism on board, you know, because I was a viewer, but I'm certainly not now. Haven't been a subscriber for well over 18 months, I think, on that clown's channel. But yeah, I reckon he buys his views. There's no way that clown's going got that many people watching him. Now that is a spectacular house, and I would love to call that my house. And a certain character would think this house is a piece of rubbish, but look at the view you've got, you know. And then you've got a gazebo out the back. You probably put a barbecue or a smokehouse in there. And now, no, my luck, I'm probably going the wrong way, but I do want to look at this path because I have come here a number of times, and I did look on the maps a couple of weeks ago. So I'm hoping this will get me down to the pond or the. I'm pretty confident I'll be able to get down there. It's because it was just down there in this knoll valley, I guess I'll call it. So here we go, guys. We've got a house here. This is a is this 2-4 or 3-1-1? I don't know. Built in. I don't know what that's saying, but yeah, 123.8. So I don't. That wouldn't be 123 million.8. No way. That's something else. But yeah, got no idea what that place would be worth. But yeah, I don't know. Could even be worth like 5-6 mil, perhaps more. I don't know. Might be a lot less. I don't know, but it is strange because some places that have this beautiful location don't have that price tag like they have in Australia. Like with the daughter's family, like they pretty much have all their properties have like a lake or a river on the back of them, and if that was in Australia, you'd be paying several $1,000,000 just for that view. But out here, it's just a common occurrence. But there are some locations where the prices are crazy, and they are usually the tourist spots anyway. So hopefully the battery cable's gone back into the right spot, so it has, and it is charging back up again. So we are cooking. But I haven't gone down this section before, and I'm actually liking the look of what I'm seeing, and I'm going to show this spectacular house. Well, I reckon it is. Like, this would be a house that would be perfect for the River Murray in Australia. And I'm absolutely kicking myself I didn't bring my baseball hat or my arm gloves. So I'll just see if I can sneakily get in. Oh, no. I'll just go over there. But that's really, really nice. I don't know if anyone's living there, but it doesn't look like it. But that is such a beautiful property. I dare say it's some type of religious thing because they've got some type of plaque on there. I can't make out what it says. Good dragon. Good dragon. I'll try and zoom in, but we'll see. I don't think that's going to come up, but yeah, good dragon something. Oh, so that's where I've just come from up there, guys. Jeremiah has come from the mountain. Yeah, I didn't see Al Qaeda up there or ISIS. I did see a wonderful view up there though. Oh, and here's some rubber duckies, I think. But very, very nice, that property. Like, I dare say that would be worth a lot of money. See, there's some really nice businesses just in this little. Actually, I might have a little bit of a look in this soy. I won't go too far, but this is a really nice little pocket, and I've got a sort of like an area where you could have a a party. This is probably like a hotel. Ooh, I think I think I could be at that location perhaps. And there's Grime B, the Blue Pussycat Cult guys. He pops up everywhere. So I may be at that location. So I'm just going to have a bit of a sticky beak, and hopefully I won't get told off. But for those that read Thai, but there is a love heart. Yeah, we've got the stunning sunshine in the. I'll try and get a better shot. But anywho, I think this could be the place that I've looked up on Google perhaps, but I've just walked into the first place. There is a car there, so somebody probably will come out. But here is the Blue Pussycat Cult guys. The Blue Pussycat Cult. So there he is. I don't even know the name of this character. I think it's like a Doraemon or I don't know. But I just call it the Blue Pussycat Cult. Oh, sorry, I've missed a whole bunch of chat there. Oh, that's not good, Karma. G'day, Ron, how are you? Yes, nature is best, and it is free majority of the times. And being it is a budget trip, we are doing it budget style and free. I think the only thing I've had to pay for on this trip to show on the stream was 50 baht to go into that goddess temple, which I didn't stay up there long because it was ruining the stream with the connection, but everything else has been pretty much. Oh, I did get a bus somewhere and then walk back, and I suppose that was 25 baht. And I suppose if you add in all the drinks like I buy and stop and all the little snacks, I guess, you know, but it is still a budget holiday. I'm not like splashing the cash or like staying at the Riviera or driving around in a Mercedes Benz, guys. I'm just walking everywhere, I swear. But we will have a good look at this place. Now, there is a bigger lake, obviously, because remember from there it is over there, a bigger lake. So this might just be a private one where they probably do some fishing here, but I will suss it out. And they do have accommodation here. Now, I know in Banchan, I did look at a couple of places, and in Payao as well, they had places like this where you come and do a fishing holiday, and it's just more like a relaxing, chill thing, not like a serious fish, but just a chill out environment. But we will, yeah, see, I think, I don't know if this is the one that's 80 baht. You pay 80 baht and you fish for up to 8 hours, and then you only pay if you take the fish. But I think that could be in the next one. I've just walked into the first one. I saw a lake, and my Thai is not that fantastic yet, so I'm not an expert, so I've got no idea what that name was said, but I will try and find a menu of some sort. But I do see a Chang sign, which is quite common to see around here, guys. But we do have some menus here, so I will have a bit of a look. Chang unpasteurised. Well, I don't know about that, but I'm guessing it's unpasteurised, like unpasteurised milk. Okay, we'll see if we can find the name of this place. Actually, here we go. I'm trying to. I think we did last time we were out here. We went for. I'm trying to think. In Payao, no. Payao, I went somewhere, but I didn't film that. I did film it, but I didn't release it. I think I've still got that somewhere. But years and years ago, I've been to a couple of the zoos. You know, I went to the Cobra Park. I went to pretty much everywhere you go. But these here are pretty cool. I know in Palau, at that nice fancy resort I stayed at, they had these type of things next to the pool, and that was such a really good place. But yeah, we'll try and grab some more details of this place. Like, there must be someone around. Actually, this might give me the information. But Chiang Unpastured, that must just be the name of the plonk. But actually, here we go. Here we go. So, get some red label, guys. It's always interesting. The first page is the alcohol. But there we go. Singer 85, but a Chang is only 69, and a Leo 75, and a Heineken 99. I'll just skim over the food. I'm just trying to find a name. Like, it is there in Thai, but I think this rubber ducky has got something to do with it anyway. But yeah, pretty good prices on the Thai food. Nothing that's really outrageous there. So for a place that's got a really nice view, not too bad. Obviously, you do have some dishes here that are a little more than my budget at the moment, but these ones here are quite okay now. Like, I was even saying about that rooftop bar, how he had a very reasonable price list, I thought. And see, even the coffees here are very cheap, guys, like 35 and 40 baht. Like, yeah, well, that's actually in my budget. So we'll have a look at this menu, which is the same. But I'm trying to look for some detail. Like, I've got a phone number here, and somebody will ring up and go, there's a guy in there, and he's in your property. Yeah, so we won't show that until after I've left. But no, this is not my mobility scooter that you see, or mixed scooter. Because I remember Grant, bless his soul, said, I do remember Grant saying, "Oh, Mick, are you taking your scooter over on the plane?" And I thought, is that a trolling question, or is that just Grant taking the piss? And Grant did come up with some gems, and that is Grant MC. And I do believe he did sadly pass a while ago. So he was a good member of the community when I first come in, and he did go through some health issues, but we won't really discuss them anyway. But yeah. But really nice view there. Like, that's where we were up there. So that other lake is probably the one that I saw from up there, I'm pretty certain, because that, I would have been looking down here and looking at these two lakes. So I don't know. So that's something coffee. So I'm going to check out that logo, and I can't remember if that was the logo I saw. I do have it bookmarked in the phone, but I can't really just jump out of the phone and check it, sadly. But actually, might just chuck that there for a sec. Sorry, guys, I'm just going to leave that there for a sec. Yeah, the zoos, as I was saying, I did do that before, but I'll probably be giving them a minute. Like, I could check out what they've got here in Chiang Rai and Chiang Mai and do that. But yeah, like, there are a couple of things I want to do out here which really haven't been filmed that great deal, which I'm surprised about. But we'll do them when we come back here. Pardon me. But really good views from up there today, I really thought. Yeah, I didn't even get to read that comment there. Thank goodness. I'm sure that was a clone of Old Woman Uncut. He's an idiot himself. He's the biggest idiot. He finds happiness in trying to ruin other people's happiness. Um, and he took great pleasure in harassing my daughter's mother. And I wonder how he would feel if somebody harassed um, someone he cared about. But not that I would do anything like that, but there is a thing called karma. And karma does bite even the good people on the butt. So I'm pretty certain it will bite this old woman uncut on the butt. Yeah. Harassing Thai women. All right, we'll continue on and have a look at this other pond and see. I'm pretty certain the one I was just in is the one I looked up because they did advertise a restaurant and that does look pretty familiar, but I don't remember the rubber duckies. Um, but the water looked so calm from up there. It was just so calm and peaceful that I thought today's the day I have to come down here and have a look. Because I was right up there today doing the sun rise. So we'll have a look over here. Um, I'll just see if I can see another business over there because I don't really want to be walking too far. That police officer has a really nice bike actually. I think that's his bike. I think they're military. I get confused with all the police that they do have here, but that is a spectacular bike. I don't really want to get too close, but that is a spectacular bike. And I'm pretty certain that police officer's work bike, and that's unreal. But actually, the picture quality is looking really good. And I think that's the sun and the lighting at this time of the day. Oh, sorry, I took the earphone out and it was just dangling on the ground. Like, is that better? Like, my earphones are pretty much shot, and there was a fish or a turtle, I think. Yeah, there's some fish in there, guys. Is the sound okay now, or is it staticky? I'll just see what that says. Um, just let me. Oh, yeah. I'll unplug it actually, and actually I want to do a test to see if I unplug it, there is a bit of a dull audio noise because I know Ben gets it from time to time. So I'll just unplug in a moment while this dog runs away from me, which is strange. Like they normally bark. So I'll zoom out. I'll just do it. Alright. So I've just taken the headset out. Is there a light buzzing or not? Because if it sounds okay, I'll leave the headset out because it's absolutely crap. But if sound is not good, let me know. Like, I haven't used my Rode Wireless on this phone because it would not cope with like the battery power, even though it doesn't use stuff all. Oh, okay, cool, yeah, because I did try and do a test on it and it just seemed a bit buzzy. But that might just be me. Now, these are some lotus, and I keep saying lotuses take all different forms and water lilies. But I don't know if there's a business around there, and I don't know whether to just continue on this path or just... I think if I go through here, I'm going to end up back in the mountain. So I might just continue on here for a bit and then I'll re-evaluate. But that's that business I've just lurked in. I reckon that is that one for 80 baht. At least I've been here and I can look at it again on the website because it was all in Thai. There was no English or anything. I had to copy and the text they had and put it into the translator to work out, oh, okay, 80 baht. I guess when I emailed them, I really should have translated my English into Thai, I guess. That would have been the smarter thing, I guess, I should have done. And that's a lesson learned. But I'll just show another view of where I was because you can see a bit more there once this tree is out of the way. But that's where we were. I'll just zoom in. So we were right up there today. And where that temple is, and you can see the cement blocks underneath, I was just underneath there for the majority of the time. But Jeremiah, he gets about a bit. But apparently this isn't content though. But apparently he's sitting in a rocking chair behind a fern, talking absolute rubbish and lies and slandering and making up false allegations. That apparently is content. But looks like there's something up there that looks like it's being closed. I might have a bit of a lurk up there because I can see a whole bunch of rickshaws and it looks like some type of obstacle course. I think that could be a racetrack. I'm gonna have a quick lurk up there, guys. I reckon this could be a go-kart because I'm pretty certain I did see some advertising for a go-kart track. But I don't know, or this could be some type... Oh, I know what this is. Paintball type thing or that other thing. And that would make sense why they've got this here. Because you'd have all your paintballs flying off everywhere. Yeah, that's paintball. I did do some paintball. So they've got a bit of a course up there. I did do some paintball in Australia. A whole bunch of us went for my mate's nephew's birthday because he needed to make up some numbers. I don't know why. He had heaps of friends. But none of his friends wanted to go on it. And I thought, that's a bit strange. So I ended up going, but I had the time of my life. It was a pretty pricey exercise, though, I must admit. I reckon I would have spent $100 to $150, but I had a great time and did not regret spending the money at all. And I think we had a good lunch too. Yeah, I think we had pizzas of all things. But this is a really good view at this time of the day. I'm just a bit under the tree, but like with that sunlight at this time of the day, I just want to see what time of the day this is. So just before 8, so between 7 and 8. Wow. Like I've got a couple of good views around the market, but coming out here, like, wow. Like once we get the new gimbal and the old phone back and running, I think, yeah, we'll go on the road. And not that we're on the road now, but yeah. Yeah, we'll keep going for a little bit longer, and then I want to start heading back because I'll probably be about a 2-hour walk back. So I don't really want to have it like 3-hour walking back. I reckon that was the business, but it looks like there's a couple of. There could be a resort there. I reckon I probably should have went through there where that car is, but it is what it is. We've still got some good views here, and we did see a paintball place and plenty of other little businesses around here. So this could be a fishing one as well, because I can see on those big signs over there, they've got the fishing species. I don't know if zooming in will show much, but just on those banners there, you've got the species of fish that are in this river. So they've got a couple of different ones all the way around. So bugger, I didn't walk through there, but I think we've got something over here. We'll just go and have a suss of. But we'll just continue on for a little bit longer, and then I'll turn around. And for those that do stay, I will show some nice accommodations on the way back. But that house there, oh wow. That's nice. That isn't a house, it's actually a business actually. I was about to say you'd have to have mosquito fly nets everywhere there, but that is a business. And that is a bloody good business too. Yeah, they got their pizzas and hamburgers. Ooh, hamburgers. Ooh. Alright, so what's this saying there? Is no fishing in this. Oh, well, no, there's a bloke there fishing. But what's this sign say? Oh, no spear fishing, no net fishing, and there's even a fishing pole that's got a cross through it. 30,000 baht. I don't know if that's that particularly a fish, but there are people fishing here, so I don't know what that's about. Oh, the time, between 6 and 7, I don't know. But I think this could be a recreational one. You could just come and fish yourself, or is this one you got to pay? I suppose somebody would, like if you just rocked up, I suppose somebody would come around and say, hey, you have to pay, mate. Oh, look at that dog. Yeah, we'll see if he's got any fish in there, eh? So what, Carp? You catch any fish? Any fish? Fish? Yeah, fish. Good. Yes, so those nets are good, because if you do catch a fish, you can put it inside the net, and the fish will still be alive and not so stressed out, but he will be alive. But really, really nice, and there is a good view up there. Yeah, I just want to check my shoe again. Yeah, we'll get back onto the path in a minute. I must have something embedded into my toe, I reckon. Yeah, I reckon it's just a little rock chip. Yeah. Oh, geez, I get tattoos, but I've got a little rock chip and it's aggravating me. Oh well, I'll live. It's just like this little chip, so when I walk, it just aggravates my toe, and it's the same toe that I lifted up, and I did some nerve damage. But these are the perils. Oh, is it gone again? Is it? Is there no vision? What was that, like a few minutes ago? That was 5 minutes ago. Yeah. Yeah, so we'll start walking back in a moment. But really, really beautiful views out here. But yeah, we'll come and do some fishing here, either this spot or that other spot. But yeah, because I was up there in the temple today and I looked down and just saw how beautiful the lake looked. I thought, I think today is the day that I did come down here, and it's not too far of a detour out, so it's just a shame I didn't walk over that section. But I will go online and double check that business, because it does look like that business is running, and I will re-email them and just translate it in Thai, and I think I'll probably get a response, I think. But I might be best just getting my friend to call them, I guess. Actually, I should install that True app on this phone, because you do get a lot of bonuses from True. And I do apologise for having that tree in the way. Well, we will get back onto the path in a minute. I just want to have a quick breather for a few moments. Yeah, so I reckon this will be a good spot to come for a fish, and I think Oz would be very impressed with this spot. And I think a couple of the other chaps would be going, oh yeah, you've found a good spot there, young Jeremy. And I say, thank you very much for the young. All right, we'll get back up and we'll start walking back. Like, I would like to walk around the rest of the lake, but I do have to save some energy for this walk back. Um, And that's the problem when you sit down on these pavements there. You get ants that come and crawl all over you. Yeah, we'll definitely come back and do a fish here. I've got to work out if this is a public one or if this is the one you pay, but I think this looks like a public one. And there's a nice house up there, but too much stuff in the way. But I reckon that one up there is the one for 80 baht. So I'll do as I said, and we'll get to the bottom of that. And there's some Easter Island activity there. Really peaceful out here. Yeah, I could have done with a day's fishing the other day actually. But I think today was very fruitful, you know, like we went up there and had a look at that beautiful view. We had a few people in, but we've got more people in now than what we did up at that beautiful view, which is quite sad. But yeah, I certainly could spend a day here. It'd be nice to go out in a little boat, but then again, you'd be out in the sun. Like it'd be best under the bank here, I guess. And you can see all the little fish, probably big fish, but like there's all the little ripples, and they're grabbing all the little insects that are jumping there. So here's some areas for sale. Yeah, you see a lot of these around. Probably a family member's died and they've got a plot of land that they'll go, oh yeah, we'll sell this. Yeah, I'll just show where I was again earlier, just up there. Yeah, I've been up there a few times, but really, first time I went up there for sunrise, and I'm actually glad I went there, and it was worth not sleeping. But I'll go back and I'll have a 3-hour nap, I dare say. I think I'll just hit the pillow and I think it'll be lights out, hopefully. Okay, this is for sale. 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom. Don't know what that one is. One something. But that looks very similar to the houses in Ban Chan I saw for about 2 million, and in Payao you saw them ones for about 2.5. But I couldn't work out a lot of the new prices in Palau, like they just seemed a bit overboard and very, very small plots of land. But it was only like 5 minutes out of downtown, if that, so that could possibly be the reason. But they were very, very small plots of land with very big plots of land around them. So I don't know if prices of land have gone up there or... Actually, I just realised I've still got a bit of coffee left. I might just grab that and... yeah, we'll go back over in there because I want to see if someone's over there, because there is a car there and I might just be able to communicate with them today instead of emailing them back and forth. Well, that's the end of that coffee. Very good. I've still got plenty of donuts. Hopefully I don't have to throw them out because I don't like wasting stuff. But I did get them early this morning, so they should be all right until later today. But we'll push back on. But really calm out here. I suppose that there is no wind anyway, so I am glad I was up there today and I did look down here, because like it did sell me to come down to look. Sorry, Carp. I like your bike. Very, very good. Roy, beautiful. Carp. Yeah, I was just saying to the police guy, I think he's police or military police, but he's, I think he's looking after this place, but I don't want to put the camera on him, you know, but I think this could be a resort. I don't know, but actually I'll just duck the camera away because there's another one there. I think this is like a beer garden, or quite possibly it's like a resort that is worth a bit of money and they're paying to have the forces, like, because there was a normal security and the police there, but he may just be visiting his mate perhaps. So I don't know, or he might just be doing his routine inspections as the police do. Like, yeah, they go around and check on things because that's their job. But yeah, I said, like, the police out here are very good. You know, if you're not causing any problems, you know, like, you won't be in any issue. But if you're walking around having beers in your hand and smoking where you shouldn't be, you will get spoken to. And yes. But I'm pretty certain this is the place that... Oh, okay, here's the name. Sukja Coffee, or is that the name of the coffee place? But well, there is a car here, so there must be someone around. Like, they're probably asleep going, why is this Farang coming around here? But I reckon this is the one for 80 baht, and I will email them. So yeah, I reckon this has to be it. I think these are little businesses here. Oh, they do have a toilet. I wonder if I can put the mute button on and see if it works. Mute microphone. Do I have a microphone? All right, I just unmuted the microphone. Actually, I just. Oh, jeez. You really got to watch your step. Luckily, that handrail was there. I would have done a mischief because I can feel that on my foot. Oh, bugger. Yeah. I reckon I might have to get those ankle supports. I reckon. Yeah, I've like. Luckily for me, I do wear sneakers, guys. Yeah, now if I was wearing flip flops, I reckon I would have had something broken. Um, what's it? Break beats, Quest Love, break beats. Break beats is like a form of drum and bass. What's this? Okay. Ah, break beat. Ludwig. Yeah, yeah. I've done something to my foot again. Yeah, I'll get back today and I'll have a rest. I won't be doing anything tonight. Um, go home, have a shower, and I think I'll just have something to eat and probably not a coffee, but probably some water. I didn't get any cereal. I hummed and hard last night when I went to get some stuff. But yeah, really good stream today. Sadly, we didn't get the numbers in, but really good views. I was hoping I'd get a few more in for that sunrise, but they did come in after I left, sadly. But well, we'll come back and do it again. I was going to schedule it, but g'day Aztec, mate. Yeah, I've just come back from looking at a fishing lake. I'll see if I can get a bit of a view, but it was absolutely spectacular vision from up. Oh, you can't see it now, but I was up in the mountain today. It was about just under 5k walk, but to be fair, I think it was a lot more because once you get to the location, you do have to walk up this windy path, and I do reckon it is 3k. But I was saying about this beautiful house here for sale, but rather nice. And look at that view you got. Like, there's just so many beautiful houses around here. And then you've got a bit of rubbish here because people just dump their stuff wherever. But that looks like a nice path, guys. If I hadn't have hurt my foot, I would be walking up that path because I reckon there might be something interesting there, and probably something we don't want to see, perhaps. If you know what I'm saying, if you know what I mean. But normally those things, you don't really have a path leading to it. Yeah. Yeah, you do come across those ones out these northern areas. Yeah. But this house before, like when I walked past, like that house down there, yeah, I wouldn't be like I've actually been invited to some farms. G'day Avery, sorry I've missed you. Like I actually had coffee and donuts up there where that, not where the tree is, but just behind the tree up at the temple. Really spectacular views there, guys, and it would have been good, but you've missed it. But yeah, I have been invited out to a couple of these farms, but I, I, I don't want to put it on my channel and having to put everything in 18 plus, and then they mess you about with the algorithms as well. So I think a couple of blokes were saying to put it on Kick or something. So because I could go around and show all those type of shops. I will be vague talking about it now because I don't want to be flagged, but I basically went up to that temple again today for sunrise, and it was probably a very good decision I made because I got there right on time. Sat down. I managed to make a couple of quick shorts because I didn't bring my other video camera with me. Yeah, because I was already carrying coffee and my gimbal and my donuts and everything else, and my battery chargers, and then the battery pack. But now there's that sign I saw the other day, open Thursday to Friday, the Chiang Rai night market. And that's that market I went to where the buffalo was, and the old airport, I guess is the best way to say, the old airport. Now I've shown this house before getting built, but there's a couple of good locations here if you've got cash. So many vacant properties. I know when I went up to that White Temple, I showed a couple of locations where you could have a good bed and breakfast there if you had the funds. You know, you could set up a couple of those, not cabanas, but those, I've lost the words now for it, hut type thing, you know what I'm saying, you know what I mean, you know what I mean, you know what I'm saying, huh, yeah, not like a balcony, but yeah. Now this is a good plot of land here, and there's also this plot of land here. I was saying, like, you've got a lot of greenery, you've got a nice view. You could certainly stick a couple of those gazebo huts here, and I showed you that one in Payao when I was on the bike, and you could just have a couple of those huts here and then another one here. You could have like your house there or a two-story style, but it's a good location, and it's just looking up there. And if you sold it on that, like, yeah, you'd be able to get people to come and stay, I guess. But see, that's a vacant land, and this is a nice big plot as well. So that's what I was saying. You could stick a couple of those huts here, and they would have, like, you wouldn't have them so close to each other as you do see at a lot of these resorts. Bungalows, that's the word, bungalows. But good to, g'day Lou. I meant to give you the mod spanner. Avery, can you check to see if that's the real Lou Balls, and I'll mod him up now, because I meant to do it the other day, but I've just been so flat chat. I just want to take this bloody rock out of my toe. I think it's impregnated my toe. I think everybody should start calling me Frank Spencer, guys, because everything just goes wrong. Everything goes wrong. Frank Spencer. Oh, him. Oh, that clown's made so many threats. He's made threats to cancel my visa. He's made threats to... Ooh, have a look at this, guys. Like I'm just here and I got my hand there and there's a big worm. Now, if I had a fishing hook, there is my bait, guys. There is my bait. Yeah, I did. Oh, Lou, I went and looked at that fishing spot, but they weren't there. So I'm gonna shoot them a message in Thai, because that place looked good, and if that's the one for 80 baht for a whole day's fishing, I'll definitely go there and not worry about buying a rod. But I do want to buy a telescopic, which I will do in 2 weeks' time. Yeah. Yeah, because I finally sorted out my payment issues with YouTube. So this month, everyone that's sent in their support, I'll be doing some stuff and making some videos. So I will move this camera in a sec, guys. I'm just trying to get this rock out of my bloody toe. And I've got a little shard in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my shoe back on. And when I get back to the loom, I shall pull out the tweezers. But for a guy that's had a lot of tattoos, splinters are the most annoying things, and even removing glass out of your fingers and toes is no. So I will get to those comments, and hopefully someone did check to see if that was the real Luke, because we have had so many clones in here, guys. Like last night, I decided to do a late night stream because I knew the trolls were about, and I wanted to see if they were going to come in and lurk, and they did. And the trolling was so pathetic that I didn't find it funny. But I do like a bit of the funny trolling. But yeah, I think they're slowly getting the message. But yeah, I'll get back to the comments in a minute. I'll just fix that up there for you. Where are we? Oh, is it you, Avery? Oh. Nah, like, because it's just strange. Like, yeah, you get all these names that pop in, and it's not like, I've worked it out, like the way they say it, and they're not that smart with what they're saying. But I did have a couple of people come in and say, oh, JG's talking bad about you, and then they're saying Gaz is talking bad, and I know they're just talking rubbish, because like they come in under like a stupid name, like, geez, like I didn't come down in the last shower. But it was a really good stream up there, guys, and it's a shame like a lot of you missed it, because it was really chill up there, and like I just sat up there and had some donuts. Like I bought some donuts last night. I spent about 55 baht on them, but I got a big bag, so I thought, oh, I'll go back to the room and make a coffee, and I couldn't get back to sleep, and I thought, oh, it's 2:30, I might be able to just have another coffee, and at 4 o'clock I could just walk off to that temple. And that's what I did. So I'll go back to the room and I'll have a sleep for probably about 3 hours. I'll get to the comments in a minute. I do want to try and have a sneaky look in this resort, because I've come past here so many times, guys, and I've either come through here too late in the day when it's been pitch black, or the phone broke. And that's what happened that day. I nearly had like a meltdown. But things have been okay with this apparently expensive iPhone 6s. Like, it hasn't been that bad. Like, I think once I get the gimbal in 2 weeks time, and I get the Samsung fixed again, I think the streams are going to come up really, really good, and they'll probably be like Ben's standards. But hey, look at these dogs up here, guys. Now, this is content. How cool's that? G'day, fellas. How are you? Huh? Are you trying to rule the roost, are you? Hey? Have you got an ego problem like little Davey? I'll just get back to the comments there. Captain Plasma has not found you here, Avery. Oh, that was for Avery. Sorry, I thought you were talking about me, Luke. My apologies. Captain Plasma. Oh, I thought you were talking about little Davey, unless that's someone else, because he's got 1,000 names, little Davey. Yeah. Yeah, see, Aztec, I don't like the big cities, and Pattaya was perfect for me because of the weather. And then when I found Ban Chan, I go, whoa, this place is close. It doesn't have as much as the seediness as Pattaya did. Like, there is seediness everywhere, but I sort of turned a blind eye, and I don't really pay attention. Um, but Banchan's really nice weather. But getting back to Bangkok, yeah, I see, unless you're there for work or family or it's necessary, I would get the hell out of there. But I know Bangkok's got a lot of stuff, but I just don't like the big cities. I just like to chill and relax, because when I was in Pradamak, it was 5 minutes from Jomtien, 5 minutes to Pattaya. So it was very, very quiet in the condo I was at. G'day, Frank. I'll get back to the comments there, because I do have a habit of missing the chat, and I know YouTube have been playing games. Oh, JG had a good stream earlier. Oh, okay. Yeah, I wouldn't worry too much about that clown Avery. He dribbled so much crap about me and really tried to discredit me. And you know what, guys? If I wasn't as strong-minded, I may not have been here, guys. And I'm being completely honest. Those guys did the most disgusting things, and yeah, and luckily for me, I've got some good friends in Australia, and I've got a couple of guardian angels who look after me. So I honestly hope karma fixes up the crime family, because they are false prophets, lying and harassing YouTubers and just normal people. And what I don't understand is that this particular bar owner who's been harassing me, he's really just put himself in a bit of a situation where, why would you want to go to his bars where you've got a massive troll leaking out information, whether it's true or not, it's no one's business. But yeah, and this little Davey even put his mate in it. Now, if you listen to what he said about my daughter's mother at the end of a stream, you would understand there's some grey areas there. So I honestly hope that karma will deal with these two, and I'm not going to worry about them, because I want to get on with my life, and that's what I want to do. But these characters are so hell-bent in discrediting me, because they're worried that I'm going to leak out their seedy operations. You know, but everyone knows about their seediness. I wasn't, but yeah, I certainly am now, sadly. Yeah. But it is really good out here, Aztec. Like, I love Payao, but when I've been coming on and off to Chiang Rai for a long time, but I'd only spent like 3 days total on one trip out here. But most times it was just coming to the airport and just coming through, or when I was in Payao shooting through. But I hadn't really spent time, and this month I've been here. I was only supposed to be here 5 days, as I've said, guys, and I'm still here. But it's really nice, and the people here are really friendly, and even if you don't spend anything in their shop, like, they'll chat to you and they'll be nice to you. And then when you're walking down the street and not nowhere near the shop, like, they'll say, "G'day, Jeremy," or they'll say, "G'day," or "Sawadee Cup." And quite often I'm walking around and someone calls out my name, and I think, oh, and I can't even remember their name, because it's quite, see, Thais tend to have a nickname, and if you don't remember that nickname, and you probably can't pronounce their real name. So I know with a lot of my friends in Pattaya, they all have these nicknames. We'll get back to these comments there. Yeah. But no, it was really good streams over the weekends. I was really worried about the weekends because that's when all the trolls come out and just so many of like the other bigger streamers. Like I'm only a small guy in the YouTube, but it is good though. But I do get a lot of lurkers as well, and they've been pushing the thumbs downs, and you know, I think bloody hell. But I couldn't get into that other resort. But this here is a gated community. And some businessmen in Pattaya live in a gated community. Yeah. But yeah, gated communities are okay. They don't really give that much protection. It's just a guy sitting there. But they are nice, and they will open the gate for you, and they will try and keep undesirables out. And they do have a lot of CTV vision around in gated communities. But here's this other property I was going to save for Sausage Dog, but I think something's going on here. But the for sale sign is still up here, but the fences have been knocked down, and they're putting up another fence. So I could have a wander in there, but and that property there is for sale as well. So more than likely, it's just the same whole family. But this looks like this was a business of some sort, and then it's closed. Oh, there's some graffiti. So that's my excuse. I'm filming graffiti. There we go. But and it is for sale as well. So I am observing the property. I'm not breaking in. I'm just observing the property because I am interested. And Sausage Dog did ask me, if you do see some properties of interest, do film them. But I'll get back to the comments in a minute. I just want to have a look at this graffiti. Don't think it's that exciting, but it is graffiti. And there might be some inside this house too. Geez, there's some scrap all right. Oh, sheesh. That's a snake. Bloody hell. Oh, it's a dead snake. Bloody hell. Look, guys, a snake. Yeah, see? Snake. Snake. But it is dead, though. Because all the flies are on it. So there we go, guys. We've got a snake. And there we go. So, on that note, let's get the hell out of here. Yeah, I've already had juvenile cobras crawl past me and around me when I was on the farm in Palau. Yeah. Oh, I hate this red clay mud. It's all on the soles of my shoe. I'm not going to bother going in there because the dog's barking. I just want to get out of here. But really nice property. Now, I have come through here a couple of times, and they did have this a different fence there. It was just a fence all the way around. So I reckon they must be planning something here, or someone's perhaps showing some interest, or they perhaps are trying to put a better fence up perhaps. But here's some fruit. I don't know what fruit that is, and Dave probably isn't here to educate me. We'll get back to the chat. I think the chat's broken again. Oh no, here it is. And that was a leaf and some fruit that just fell and missed my head. Okay, enjoy that, taking the kids to the pool there, Avery. But yeah, some leaves just dropped. Oh yeah, so that fruit's off there as I thought. it looks very similar to like a, oh, I don't want it to squeeze out on me, but like a fig. Ooh, ooh, that smells good. If it hadn't been on the ground, I'd give it a bite, but it looks very much like a fig. But the smell of it's really, really nice. And I'm not really a figgy type of character. Although there are some nice things with figs. But very interesting. Like, I know when I was in Pratamac, I was walking along and this mango fell out of the sky, but it actually had fallen out of a tree. But it just missed me. But I was annoyed that it was green and it was covered in ants. And I should have taken it home, but yeah. But there's that mountain I was in earlier for sunrise, guys. So we've done a bit of a trek today. I'll get back to the comments there. It's not afraid of the snake, it's just that I'm more afraid of mother and father snake around, mate. Because when that juvenile cobra went past me, I thought, oh, because like, I don't know if you're aware, but juvenile snakes are the worst than the adults, because juveniles don't know how much venom to inject into you, whereas the older snakes will know, okay, I'll just give you a little jab. But these juveniles will just pump you. And actually, I think the most scariest experience I've had was in Australia, in South Australia, up at Roxby. Is it Roxby Downs or Roxby Ranges? I don't know, one of the two. They've got this beautiful mountain range, and I went and hiked this place called Mount Olson's Bag with a couple of English DJs. And one of them and I are good mates, but the other guy is his mate, and he stupidly did not understand that these goannas, they have fangs and they have claws, and if they see you as a threat, they will climb up you and think you are a tree, and they will slash the hell out of you. And he accidentally scared it, and luckily for me, I, like the freak of nature and the adrenaline, I'll say, I actually jumped this high, and I'm not exaggerating, this high onto a rock, and it was on VHS video, but sadly that video got chewed up in a dodgy VCR one time, so I did get a copy of it, but I don't know whatever happened to that, but that would have been good footage to put on my YouTube channel, because it was just like, you know how mums and dads, like if they've had an accident or their kids caught under a car, they have that super strength of ability, and I think with me it was just in pure fear of this goanna it was massive. It was like 7-8 foot, and I'm not exaggerating, guys. And those things like would just slash the living hell out of you. And after I got to the rock, I went to town on this English chap, and I go, "You nearly killed me," and he's laughing away. But he did apologise to me a couple of weeks later after he did research. And he goes, "Oh, geez, I didn't know about that." I go, "Did you see the size of it, mate? Like, bloody hell." But that's the English, I guess. But not all English like that. But we'll get back to these comments. Yeah, I know, mate. I know. But I do like to add in these stories for laughter and value. But I have had a lot of snake activity now, not just here in Thailand, but obviously in Australia, we have a lot of snakes. And being the active person I am, and adventurer, I would go to the beach. And one time I was in a place called Victoria, a town called Victoria, 90-mile beach. I had a brown snake slither in front of me, and I'm not joking. This was the daddy of brown snakes, and I've never seen one that big before. He was so fat that Mr. Cankles had nothing on this, but he was a fat bugger. Like, it was pretty much like a python style. But I just stood there, and he or she went on its business, and that was that. But a couple of places I worked, a couple of the bosses were really into their snakes, and they weren't allowed to have their snakes at home, so they brought them into the office. And on one weekend, there must have been like a power strike or power outage, and we come back in the office, and there was the most terrible smell. The poor snake had died. But yeah, like, back to the story of the snake. Yeah, like many a time, like, the boss would go, "Oh, guys, he wants the snake on them," you know, and like, we'd all have a go. So like, I've done, I think I've done a couple of pythons. I've got footage of, actually, here in Thailand, probably about 8-9 years ago. I've still got that. I think in Australia I might have some footage somewhere of this massive snake as well. So I'm not a fan of snakes, but I'm not going to run away from them. I'll just stand still and hope that they slither past me. But it's the pythons you really got to watch for, because like my mate, he had pythons, and they're only small ones, but you could feel the power on them as they constructed themselves and slither around you, and you go, geez, it wouldn't take much for this to take control of you, you know, if you were asleep. But yeah, we'll get moving in a sec. Just want to have a quick breather. Jeez, it's been a good day. Actually, on the walk here, pitch black, the soy dogs always bark at you, and then you just step forward and they just run off. So it's all talk, a bit like that little Davy. Alright, we'll get back on the path there. We'll just grab some comments there. What's Avery going on about now? Brown snake. Yeah. Oh, are you talking about the brown snake you left, mate? Oh, no, no, actually not. Yeah, I'm sure you don't really want to know about those details, but all right, we'll get back on the path. I've had a little break. Right, from time to time, I will just sit down for a few moments, because in the past, I've just pushed on for like hours and hours and not even drank, and then I've got back and I've just felt, oh, geez, I really would have had a drink then. But you know, like, streaming to me is new, and I'm really enjoying it. You know, I had my comments switched off, so yeah. Here's this dog. Now stop being a big bully, little Davy. Little Davy, go away. Your bark is worse than your bite. All right. All right. You're not going to slap anyone around. Haven't I told you before, little Davy? Little Davy, go away, little Davy. I've asked you politely, little Davy, go away. Get back in your box. Get back in your box, little Davy. And you too, Mr. Orchids. All right, Mr. Orchids, yeah. Yeah. Oh, you're barking now. Now go away. I've asked you politely. Yes. Now this looks like a nice home, and I did come past here before, and they had like 8 or so jump out of the car one day, and they were all saying g'day. And I did pop in there this morning, and I did say to the ladies, I was a sawadee cuff again, and I think they're sister and sister perhaps. And yeah, I was just saying, I was just walking to the temple this morning for sunrise, and they understood, and they smiled, and it was good. And I bought a little something in the shop as well. So I'll get to the comments once we get up this little hill, and we'll do a little scan around. But yeah, it was really nice walking through here this morning. Really easy. It's a bit harder now with the bite of the sun and not having my hat or my arm protectors for all my tattoos. But I do have some hairs on my arm still. Oh. So you'll have all these little street food carts and businesses all over the shop in these laneways. So you'll always find something to eat. But there's always 7-Eleven or Lotus or something, guys. But try and stick to the street food if you can, because it's a lot better for you and cheaper. And that's some Thai style there. Now I've always wanted to go down there, and I think I may have, but I'm not going to do that today because I want to go this way, and I want to go and rest. But we've got another at least half hour, 40 minutes of my company. But unless the phone dies or the battery runs out. Ooh. And that's what I keep saying, guys. You do got to watch your step. I'll get that comment in a minute, but you do got to watch your step, and I do myself a mischief too much now. And here is the 5 stars, not the 5 steps. And you need to have some new brakes, my friend. And here's the 5 stars. And a lot of the chaps that come on my stream recommend the 5 stars. So I will give the 5 stars and the 5 steps a plug. And big up the 5 Stephs, the Indian connection. Now I'll get back to the comments there while I'm under this tree. Oh jeez. Yeah, well, I've been there, Karma, and sadly I would love to still be working, but the doctors signed me off, and they said, Mr. Jeremy, yes. Yeah, I've always worked most of my life. I think there may have been a 2-year period where I probably didn't. But yeah, most of my adult life I've worked. Yeah. But the last 3 years, has it been 3 years? Yeah, 3 years I've been retired, or forced into retirement. So the doctor said, if you want to prolong your life, you need a warmer climate. And when I did walk out of that airport at Swampy in Bangkok, I did think that doctor knew what he was talking about. And when I think it was the first day I come out of the 1-day quarantine, it was at that stage, I walked around and thought, geez, I can walk around all right here. I'm not in any, I was in pain, like I'm in pain when I walk, but yeah, I just want to try and walk as much as I can now, because I dare say in a few years I'll probably be on one of those mobility scooters. So I want to be able to sit down and reflect and go, oh geez, I pumped it out there a bit, didn't I? And also for like my kids as well, I hope the channel stays up and they can go, oh, he wasn't a bad bloke. Bit misunderstood, but he was an alright bloke, I hope they say. And there is a golf course, guys, with the golf netting, so the golf balls don't come flying over your thing, but that looks like it's been shot to hell, so I reckon you'd have a golf ball coming through your window. Whew. I meant to pack my sweat rag. I washed them all. I'll just pop the camera down for a minute. I just want to wipe my eyebrows because the sweat just grit in. So we're not too far now from, hopefully we can stop into that custom motorcycle shop, but there's no guarantee. Alright, we'll, won't worry about that. Alright. So we'll get back on the path of happiness. So here is a washing machine for 10 baht, guys. 10 baht. And you can get some water for 1 baht here. And these are cost-saving measures. But another cost-saving measure, you can do your washing by hand. And it's not very good by hand, guys. I did it a couple of times in Banchan. And yeah. And do have to make sure you get your clothes out in the sun straight away, or they'll be a bit smelly. And then you won't look good and smell good and be the best version of yourself. You might look like the sausage roll boy. Yeah, he's an odd looking character, that sausage roll boy. Yeah, it's quite strange, those characters seem to bag everyone else who's overweight or an alcoholic or a drug addict, but these guys are supposed to be the picture of perfect. But we've all seen pictures of them and they're not very perfect. Yeah, I'll just duck in here under the shade and catch up with the comments. Whew. Now that's the airport there, and we might be able to see some rather well looked after buffalo in a moment. Now where were we up to? Well, I think Avery, check about Lou. Lou. Yeah, doctor's handwriting. I think they all went to the same school. Perhaps they went to the English school of JG and Banksy's English-speaking school, where my good friend Billo and his brother Borat went to. And this very interesting English-speaking school that I'll be releasing a video on at some point. So hopefully the audio is okay, because I took the handset out and I'm going like I used to use the Rode Wireless. I've still got the Rode Wireless, but on this phone it's not working for some reason. But very good quality sound on the Samsung. You know, you can even hear a pin drop or a fart. But it is good because it muffles out the wind sound, especially when you are on bikes. Now, if you do look at my 4K videos, you'll be hard pressed to find you know, bad audio on there. And there is the odd one where I forgot to turn on the receiver, and I thought, oh, okay. but very good microphones, the Rode Wireless. I got the dual wireless so I could do interviews, but we never got there. But I do have to head back to Pattaya for a couple of things, because like my mate, like my best mates, his missus has just had their child, and mine's due within the next week. But so I want to get down and see his boy, and he's been trying to get me to come back to Pattaya because he knows I've got a bit of trouble at the moment. So yeah, he wants to meet me back there, and it's good that my mates want me back in Pattaya, but I don't really want to go back there, guys. Like, I want to stick it out in the north, but I do have some very good friends there, so I might have to go down there and have a chat to them. But it is good when you do have friends, and I have had to reach out to some friends in Australia of late due to all this attacks, because it has taken a toll on me. I've been quite honest about everything, and I'm still here, and I'm not going to give up. I'll get to the comments in a minute, guys. I just can't read them at the moment, but yeah, I'll keep going. They're not going to silence me, you know, like I don't want to slander them. I've got all entitlements too, you know, for what they've done to me, but now there is a market here Thursday, Friday, Saturday, but there's always street food carts here during the day, and also 4 o'clock you'll find a lot of people here. And just over here they've got a lot of street food where there's a little kiddies park, but you'll always find stuff here. Like, you'll find stuff on every corner. I'll grab the messages in a moment. But yeah, you normally have buffalo wandering around there, and these are big buggers, guys. I did get them on a stream. I'll just stop here for a moment just to grab the messages, and we might get some content from this dog perhaps. So we'll just stop here, and I'll zoom in a bit, and now I'll just go through the messages and see what we've missed. Well, I hope the doctor is sober. It does remind me of a Burt Reynolds movie, and they had that doctor in there, and that's not the doctor I would like. And he was a bit drunk, and he was injecting himself with the pharmaceuticals. Yeah, that's certainly the doctor I don't want. But I've been quite lucky. I've had some really good doctors over the time. Like, I had the same one in Australia for a very long time, and he was quite understanding. And then I had the heart specialist, and he was very, very good. And then I had one in Pattaya, and he was very, very good too. Yeah, well, hopefully you do get out to Thailand, Avery. Like I think I've got a better chance of catching you in Cambodia than here, I reckon, because I know your brother goes there. Oh, 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 oh. See that? He run away. He ran away. Oh, I might have to call him Little Davy, part 2. Little Davy, point 2. Come on, Little Davy. Come on, Little Davy. Come on, Little Davy. Oh, Davy, I thought you were going to slap me everywhere. I thought you were going to slap me up and down the side, Little Davy. Oh, your bark's worse than your bite. Now there's some replanting going on here, guys. So they're going to prepare this, or they are putting this here. I'm just trying to work that out with that root. Trying to work out if they're taking these or not. Like, I've got a very good green thumb, and the indication looks like they're taking them, but you do see a lot of this going on in Thailand. Like I saw this massive coconut palm. I reckon it must have been like 200-300 years old, if anything. And it was giant. It was a massive giant. It would have been, I don't know. But they were, like, they actually had earth movers in, and they had the big digger to make a trench to get around, and they had even the trucks there to get it up, and the crane. But yeah. We're not too far from that custom motorcycle shop. Hopefully they're open today. I did do a vlog in there, but I thought if we're doing a live, that would be quite good eye candy, since we don't have any of the two-legged candy. But here is some other two-legged candy that apparently I am an aficionado expert on. And we've just seen the 5 stars, and we're here at the 5 stars again. And we'll just move before this car reverses on me. Now, I have said those cars, g'day mate, like those vans would be the perfect vehicle for soy bacao. And guess what? You can put your mobile advertising on there as well. So we'll duck under this umbrella here. Actually, we'll get rid of that person using that name there. A clown. I'm not talking about the same guy constantly. So obviously you're only lurking. So why don't you come up with something more original, crappio simp? Little Davy simp. Or is that you, Mr. Orchids? Mr. Lion Orchids, like the mastermind, like SEO mastermind. Yeah. Robbie, you seedy prick. What did I ever do to you, you peanut? You wait till I'm in Pattaya and I come and do a stream. Yeah. You wait. Yeah. Saying I beat up women. You are a piece of scum. You're a piece of scum. You probably do it yourself. You lying piece of scum. So there you go, guys. There you go, guys. So I must have triggered yous for yous to come in. But guess what? I'm still here. Now, answer me this. If I'm a wanted man and I've upset people in Pattaya, why would I be doing live streams in Thailand and showing my location? You didn't think that through, did you, Mr. Orchids? And you too, little Davy. Yeah. So keep your trolling to your own pathetic kid drama channels and your lying simps, and leave us good folk alone. You know, we're just reflecting on your stupidity behaviour. So go back in your box. And here's that Taekwondo place advertising. I did see these young girls, and they were doing this pretty awesome stuff. And I reckon I did speak to the mum and dad that do own this place, and I did go. I think their business isn't too far from here, or like it is somewhere near here, and I did get it on stream. But here the Pirates guys, the Bridge of Trust that Adrian Banana King, he coined. Actually, I don't know if this is the location actually, but it is. This is the location of the Bridge of Trust. I did put that short into the members area, and then I messed it up by putting it back into the public, and it hasn't been picked up, sadly. But the bridge of trust, guys, sometimes you need a bridge to get over things in life, but sometimes you can just step over it if there is no bridge of trust. So, guys, Jeremiah is stepping over the bridge, and he is getting over the crime family lies and debacles, and he is still here, and he's going to stand up to the bullies. So if they want to come here and try and cause trouble on this channel, power to yous. But guess what? We are few, but we will be many, and we don't have to buy our views. But thank you very much for all the subscribers there, little Davey and Mr. Orchids. So has your brother got like a full place there? Yeah, well, occasionally I do mention the crime family, but apparently I mention the crime family every time I open my mouth, but I only do it seldomly as a reflection, or if a troll comes in and wants to trigger me, but that don't work. I like to trigger them back and go back at them hard and say, I am an Australian, I stand up to your bullies. Like, I'm still here, like, guys. Like, you've threatened to glass me, you've threatened to kill me, you've threatened to have me disappeared, but I'm still here walking around, and there I am in the reflection. I'm not too hard to miss, guys. I'm covered in tattoos. I'm covered in tattoos. So stop your lying, saying that I caused problems in Pattaya, because I didn't. You haven't shown any receipts but fake HIV results. So what are you going to do when I show the real thing, right? And I do a stream on it, and then I'm going to tag you, Mr. Orchids, and tag you, little Davey. How are you going to spin that story? Oh, you're going to try and discredit me again, are you? Well, I've got some interviews with some girls that used to work. Yeah, so if you want to push me anymore, Mr. Orchids, and you too, little Davey, these videos will be seeing the light of day. Not on my channel, but they will be seeing the light of day. So I did warn you guys to back off, but you do continue. But this is pretty cool. I didn't realise they had this steps here. But these guys are really cool, because I come out here last time and I asked them if I could film, and they said, yeah, sure. And but I didn't go into the tank room, and I think today, because the showroom's open, because I spoke to one of the, I spoke to both of the owners, because I asked them if they'd taken their stuff to Bupar in Pattaya, nearer where the Mr. Orchids lives, there in oh, I don't know what that girl's saying. So what it up? Yeah, I think I don't know what that girl's saying, but I think she's just saying something. But I come here last time, and the owners was saying, yeah, film. So I don't know what she's carrying on about, and she's just unless she's like a wife or something. But yeah, I don't know. But no, like the owner's saying like film. But I don't know if she was talking to me. But like the owner said, go in. But this is that motorcycle shop I did a film on, and we'll start at the non-Harley Davidson one. Now this is a Bonneville, guys, Triumph, cafe racer style. It's a T100, very nice looking Bonneville, and they are good bikes. And I like the tyres on that, because normally the Bonnevilles have shockingly terrible tyres. Now, if you're into motorcycles or motorcycle gangs, you would know who the Rat Fink is. The Rat Fink. Now, when I did the vlog, I noticed that there was a few cat scratches here. I'll get to the comments that I've missed there. Yeah, the crime family, bunch of simps. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, so he's got. Oh, wow. Is that in Phnom Penh or Siem Reap? I think it's in Phnom Penh, you were saying, but we can talk about that later. The Bridge of Trust might not be so safe at night. Well, I think you're correct. And I was working on a vlog series about the. I did start it in Banchan, but I do started a lot of these things and then I just put them into the back burner. But I still do have all the visions, so I will get around to it. And I am releasing some shorts on the footpaths because the good people at Google have given me some advice saying you need to promote your memberships, you need to promote this and that, and I think, okay, so that's what I've done. And then these crime families call me an e-beggar, but it's okay for them to be hypocritical, and that is me in the reflection, guys. I am a handsome man. Yes, I am. And I've also been told that I am very charming and witty as well. But don't believe me on that. That's up to you. But I do like to supply some laughter. But this bike is amazing. I really like they've got fat tyres because a lot of my mates that ride Harleys have a massive fat tyre and then they've got a skinny spaghetti tyre. But the bike I had was a 240 rear wheel and 240 was perfect. 280 probably would have been okay, but 240 was perfect, wide tyre. This one's only about a 230, I reckon. I reckon that'd be a 230, 240. We'll see how good I am. Yeah, I don't see it on there. No, oh, hang on. It's a 160. What did I say? I don't know. We'll call for the replay. But I did say in a couple of other streams that this sidecar was absolutely amazing, and this would be something I would cruise down the streets with. And I think most guys would cruise down the streets with their girl, or if they were into the opposites, into the same sex, they could go with the same sex if that's what they did. Because we don't discriminate here at the Jeremiah channel, guys. But I will watch myself because I don't have the money to repair these if I do knock them over. I think I'd be in a lot of problems. But really, really nice. Like these side carts, yeah, like they can ruin a bike or they can make it look so good. I know the English are really mad back in the old days with the side carts. I know, like watching Frank Spencer and all that type of thing. Now this bike here, I don't think this bike will be going anywhere soon, but I'll get back to the comments. Yeah, I normally do, but I just like to stick it up them, like, and like if they do come in and say, "Oh, you're talking about us," I say, "Well, you're talking about me, aren't you?" Like, like I did a stream I think last night, and a couple of the chaps were saying, "Oh, that stupid D was talking about you making Mike Chef's videos," and they even said, "Well, clearly it wasn't you because you've got tattoos on your legs." So pretty interesting that, eh? Like they talk about my tattoos, but then they ridiculously say, "Oh, that's Jeremiah in that." And guys, I'm very thin, and that guy that was on camera was like 6 foot. I'm only 5'8", and I don't weigh very much at the moment because I've went on a fasting diet, so I could have my stomach tattooed. Yes, because I had a little pot belly, but Very nice Harley Davidsons. Like, I was always into sports bikes, but I did get a cruiser the last couple of years I was in Australia, and I absolutely loved. Yes, well, I'm glad you saw my reflection because you know what I look like already, mate. Yes, I am very thin. I am very thin because I've lost a lot of weight. But do you want to say why I possibly look very thin, perhaps? Do you? I'm sure you do. Now, look at this beautiful bike here. A very interesting fuel tank. Now, a couple of my friends have some custom bikes, and I do scratch my head. No, you're okay, mate. Like, you can say what you like if you like. But yeah, I have lost a lot of weight, and some people say that I was making these Mike Chef films. So I'm just saying, the guy on the Mike Chef films was taller because I'm only 5'8", and the guy was a bit wider in the stomach. And obviously, I don't have a wide stomach, guys. Like, do you see any stomach? No. So that's another lie from the crime family. But yeah, they don't really have too much truth. But we'll stop talking about the crime family because they'll come back and say, oh, you're just talking about us. And we don't need to talk about those fools. But it was good that we got in here because a couple of times I have come past and I did want to show that because I know some people don't watch videos because, like, it's quite interesting. Some people just watch shorts and videos and they don't watch streams, and then some people just watch streams and might watch the odd short. Because my shorts are like 70+% of my views, guys. Because people say, oh, how come you don't get many views? And I go, well, because most of my subscribers are for my shorts. And as you know, I do have quite a selection of shorts. And some like my videos. And there seems to be a selection that like all three. So I must be doing something okay. Now, I do just want to rub my eyes in a minute because the sweat. But we'll keep going for a bit. Yeah, nah, see, those subs are not my doing, mate. Like, somebody's just had a bit of a play. But I know when I monetized, I did get a bit of a algorithm boost because I noticed a lot of my videos from old times were getting views, and I was saying, oh, I'm getting subscribers off this one and this one here, and I'm going, what the hell's going on here? Because last year when I was in Palau, I was sitting on 970 subs, and that was just from shorts, and just the odd 4K video I did around Doi Khao, but I really wasn't getting many views around then. But and then somebody injected some subs, but I did not do it because I do not have the money for that. And honestly, guys, if you got subs that don't do anything for you, it's pointless, because I want subs who are going to watch my content and hit the like buttons. Why would I buy a bunch of subs that aren't going to sit and do anything? I don't have an ego. My name is not Little Davey, you know. But we'll get back to the comments in a minute. Where was I? Okay. Yeah, I've got a lot of shorts, man. Like, yeah, they're very random, see, because I've got probably about 30% are women that view my shorts. So I try to have random ones where some women might like it and some men might like it. And so it's very hit and miss. Some work and some don't. Like, I think my best short was like 10,000 views, and none of them are bought views, guys. None of them are bought, and they're all natural light. I know some people can hit 1,000,000 views with just a couple of videos, but more than likely somebody has bought them views, and we do know of people like that that do buy views. But there's nothing really out of the ordinary on my channel except for those subs, and I've been very honest and open about it. I'm happy to show my bank accounts, but as I said, if I wanted to do something for my channel, it would be views. But I honestly think you're best doing it naturally, because if you do fake stuff, guys, you aren't going to get the views there. So with my scenario with the shorts, that's one of my problems with the shorts, because 9 out of 10 times they're not going to watch a video, or they're not going to watch a stream. However, the people that watch the street food shorts possibly could be inclined to look at my street food streams, and that's what I'm trying to do, is get viewers from other areas, not just Thailand, because I want to travel Asia, not just be based here in Thailand. So I have sold the dream that I want to live here in Thailand, but I'm also going to go and do short little trips to help the channel. So just give me a few moments. I just want to do something, and then we'll continue on for about half hour, I think. But I just want to grab those comments. I'm just having a bit of a breather because I've been going for a long time. Alright, I'll just get back to these comments. Sorry I've missed them. Oh, 6 foot and high hills. Oh. Yeah, and that's what I think the dark forces have done there, young fella, to try and chuck a spanner in the works. But as I said, why would I do something which isn't going to do anything for me? It seems a bit stupid, and I'm not a stupid person, but some people will think I am. But I don't say I'm the smartest person in the genre, or the most talented or educated. So I'll just check how we're going on battery power. So we're still going good, surprisingly. I'm quite shocked about that, because I had a bit of an issue before. But yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah, well, I didn't do it, but I've got my fair idea who did do it, but that's up to them and their bank balance. But I'm on a budget trip, mate, and do you honestly think I'm going to give up a couple of bowls of cow soy just for some fake subs that aren't going to do a brass razoo for me? Perhaps if I had an ego like little Davey, then perhaps. But no. Like, I talk and talk and talk when I only have a couple of people in the chat, so I don't really care. And I did make a short today, and while we're on the subject of little Davey now, guys, this is hot off the press. Now, a little birdie told me in Pattaya, guys, that when Capio, like little Davey, was out here in Thailand last, he decided to do some bike riding. And this is why he rides a peloton in the safety of his troll station, because he has no idea how to ride a bike, guys. So this is his clown bike, and it's only a little bike because he is little Davey, right? Little Davey with the cankles. So he did himself a mischief and he busted his front tyre. So this is why little Davey rides a peloton in the safety of his troll station. I thought I would share that with you on this live stream. This is what a little birdie told me in Pattaya. I don't know if it's a true story, but this is what a little birdie told me. And if you believe what you hear, what they say in Pattaya, well, that's up to you. But that's what I was told. And there is an ambulance as well. No worries. And this here is a hospital, and you may need a hospital if you come and visit me, and you're not welcome. Because I do have a security team, believe it or not, guys. And his name is Steve Jones. Like every time I'm on Ben's stream, there's always someone going on about Steve's security services. Yeah, so that security team reached out to me and they said, Jeremiah, we're going to take up your cause for free, and we're going to protect you from the crime family. And I said, oh, okay, that's good, because I am on a budget trip. And they said, that's okay, Jeremy, we'll look after everything. Just make sure that you buy us some 5 baht ice creams. And I said, that's going to be tough, but I might be able to arrange that. Yeah, oh, well, that's good that you don't know any of these people, mate, because they lie and make up some pretty interesting stories, and very little of it's true. But it's just sad that some people are very jealous of people being happy and being out in Thailand, because I have been here for a short time, and I absolutely love Thailand and Asia. And sometimes you do get things. Oh, thank you. Now, this is an example of the good people in Chiang Rai, guys. They will stop and let you through. Now, this very seldomly would happen in Pattaya unless you were a beautiful girl with your boobs hanging out in a short dress, and then the men might stop and say, come through, but they might I do have to go and watch that today just to see again. How many viewers did we lose? Probably down to 4, I think. Yeah, it tends to cut out around this school. Now here's some more graffiti, guys. Like I think I missed this one in the graffiti video. So I did leave the door open with the part 1. So since I see, because I did upload that 2 weeks ago, but I didn't release it until I think a couple of days ago, and that's like that tattoo video of me. I sat on that for a while. Like I did show this this cafe before, and I think it's really good how they've put some art on there, and it makes a tired wall look exciting, and it's inviting. And I've also just come and I've just chat about it, so it is an inviting space. So Wat Phrathat Doi, how are you? And it's a very good space because it does go around, and we won't show too much more because there are some schoolgirls there, and they usually wave, but I am a bit concerned about putting those type of people on camera, because I know there are some seedy characters out there, but it is what it is. But we do show the respect out here in Thailand. Yeah, a couple of times I've got things wrong when I've gone to film in places, but you know, we've always been polite, and if we do get the vibe, we certainly put the camera down. But nothing worse than seeing all these streamers sticking the camera in someone's face and doing stuff like that. But being human nature, we do like to avoid that stuff. But yeah, we'll keep going for a couple of more moments, and then we'll wrap it up. So yeah, because I'm absolutely exhausted. I need to go and have a nap. Yeah, it's all those afternoon naps I've been having which have ruined me. And here is some disabled gear that I will most likely need a bit later on, but hopefully I won't need this for a while longer. But with all the tripping I'm doing, I may have to go in there a lot sooner, perhaps. Hopefully not. And that's me in the reflection again. And you do got to watch your step as well, guys. Not just because of the pebbles, but because of the dog waste that is around. But it's not as bad as Pattaya is out here. It's like every now and then you might see something, but the dogs out here seem to be well behaved. They do bark at you sometimes. But as I've said, guys, with the street dogs, they don't like you challenging them. If you just step forward, they will back off, and I've shown that time and time again, because numerous people are very intimidated by their bark, and they tend to bark in packs. And only one time I've been fearful, and that was when I walked other side of town one time, and I did go down this soy, and I kid you not, there was like 10 or 12 or more. And luckily for me, I did pick up a bamboo stick, not to hit the dogs, but just to wave it around, and that did work. Now, I did do a couple of videos of these garden shops, but I don't think I'll release them because I didn't really get too much response out of that Banchan garden video. I did get a couple of hundred views, but yeah. But very, very nice. Okay, I'll just grab the comments here, and we'll wrap it up in about 5 or 10. Alright. So here's a little cafe. I'll just go over the comments. Nothing there, so just still good. Alright, we'll wrap it up at the famous clock tower there for Mr. Bobby Crush. I was going to walk down further, but I'm just going to walk around here and call it a day. I'm going to go and have a shower, have something to eat, put everything on charge again, and we'll come and do it again tomorrow. I doubt very much I'll come out and do anything this evening because I need to rest my foot. and I've got to get that mischief out of my toe. Yeah, because I don't want any infections. Like, I already escaped a pretty good infection when that cat bit me. I was pretty lucky there. Like, it was mildly infected, but I did take some antibiotics which fixed it up. And I think they were only like 50 baht or something, so very, very cheap. Like, it's strange that, like, you can just walk into the chemist and get dog bite type stuff, but if you want a low dose heart medication, which isn't even a script for it in Australia, you do have to get a script in Thailand for it, which I've mentioned before, and I just can't understand. It's not a drug, it's just something that because I get heartburn as well, and so with low dose aspirin, it just thins out the blood for your heart and just make things a lot better. So if I just take a aspirin or a Panadol, it does do the same thing, but it can cause me issues on the heartburn. And I have been really lucky with heartburn since I've been in Thailand, and I think that's due to the diet, because I don't have a lot of bread, even though I did buy half a loaf of bread yesterday. It's really the cakes that have that product, but they don't really seem to cause me any issue though. Bit of a stink back there. Now this restaurant looks very good, and every time I come past here, it's very, very busy. I've got no idea what their prices are like, but okay, there they are. They're 60 to 80, 60 to 80, 50, 70. So very reasonable, actually. I actually thought that place was a bit fancy, but it's not. Actually, my favourite restaurant is just down here, and I've plugged that enough. 40 baht for what they say is the top 10 khao soi, but I think it's in the top 3. Now I will, just before I wrap up, I'll just show this bit of graffiti. I did put this on a thumbnail one night, and I do like this image. It is a bit odd, but it does speak to me. No, that's not me there, the cow guy, but that is pretty cool with the tattoo. But this guy's got tattoos too, and that's not me, but that could be me with a sword, and that's definitely not me because I'm not that big. But yeah, now you do see a lot of Grab delivery drivers around waiting for their next delivery, and that is a very popular job, as well as the 7-Eleven deliveries. I know in Pattaya that they can work pretty much around the clock and make a decent living, but it's a very hard job though. And they don't get a lot of tips as well, because most everything's just done via the app. I think you can leave a bit of a tip, I think, but I think the 7-Eleven guys only get like a couple of baht for each delivery, so I don't know how that works. And this is one of my favourite ma and pa shops. Really good. It's not where I get my 5 baht ice creams, but it is high on my list. So alright, I thank everyone for coming in. It's been a good day. It's been very positive. I'm very happy, and I'm going to go home and have a sleep now, because I haven't had sleep. I did a stream last night and got back at 2:30, and I could not sleep, so I had a coffee, as I said, and I walked up to the mountain at the temple, and I delivered a good sunrise stream with a few viewers, but and then they rolled in after I was walking down the stairs. So that seems to be a regular occurrence. You know, everyone misses like the gravy, but at least they do turn up. So we will watch a bit of work being done here before we end the stream. But that's all good karma. Like I really enjoy these streams, and you know, like most of you blokes know, I'm struggling with heaps of stuff, and like it just helps me. And you know, when you can't do much to help others, sometimes you help yourself by just walking. Just before we end, I'll just see if my friend is here, because I think most people have already pissed off, but I just wanted to show this massage shop business. I think that's her, and I think her husband's there too. But like I did was saying how they're going to do all like so that's what they're doing now. So I'll probably be doing this for a while. I won't go in and disturb them now because like they are putting the tiles in, but yeah. And that's the chap that was in here doing the quote. When was that? Last week I did that video. So that is him. So he did get the job. So that's good. Yeah, it is interesting watching tiling. I'm not a good tiler myself, but I do know how to tile. Yeah. I can pretty much do most things, but I'm no jack of trade. I'm just pretty handy. But no expert, guys. I'm no champion. Yeah. Yeah, have a good nap. But yeah, I know. It's just, I was really tired, but then I had that nap during the day, and that just screwed me. I'm going the wrong way. But I was just checking this massage shop, so I don't know how long it will take to get up and running, but she's got some really good plans, like the girl. So we'll come back a bit later. I think the girl's calling her now anyway. So my battery is flat pretty much, so I'm going to end it. Thanks, guys.